Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Hey, she girl. Hey, baby. And don't forget, if you're catching the replay, don't forget to skip past this and get straight to the show. Please, please, hit that like and away. We're going to start in about 3 more minutes. We're going to start in 3 more minutes. Give people time to come in. And don't forget, if you're coming for the replay, skip past this and go straight to the show.
Hey, Coffee. Hey, me, the great one. Hey, Brooklyn. All right, we're going to get ready to start like this right now. We're going to start this show. Welcome to Sugar Love Channel, multi-service, media news, reviews, reactions, and discussions. Real raw, truth, and truth. Welcome to the Love Train, everybody. Let me get this in here. Bam! Just because it looked good, it looks good. And if it's any warnings in here, I'm just saying in the beginning, it might be a couple of warnings. Now let's go. Oh, I ain't even share myself out.
Good looking throne, keep booking down. Let's hear Brooklyn calm. Keep on cooking, y'all, or make sure to check your phone and update the song. What's up, everybody? This is TTM Academy. We're back with another lecture. Today's lecture is about matricide as it relates to Rashad Jamal and Nature Boy followers. Right? We've been talking about, gangs and cults being taken down by the Atlanta Police Force. Shout out to the DA once again. Ain't no playing GA. But today we're going to be talking about, their followers because, their followers have been harassing people, harassing witnesses, and, harassing YouTubers. And, it's very terrifying to get threats from, cult followers of, people and, going from the history of Charles Manson all the way to now. Charles Manson never touched anybody, and Nature Boy and Rashad Jamal have both had fans that have committed matricide. So we're going to be talking about that today as it relates to Mariah Kelly and this dude.
Thank you,
Damien
Washam.
So this is the guy that's the Rashad Jamal fan that committed matricide against his mother. And this is images Mariah Kelly, who committed matricide against her mother. They both used, there's a lot of parallels between these two cult leaders that Atlanta has just taken down within the past, within days of each other, really. Right? I believe Rashad was taken in on the 3rd of last month. The 3rd of May, and I believe I can't remember when Nature Boy was taken in, but I believe Nature Boy's next bond hearing is maybe tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, the 6th of June, right? So,
hey,
so
Nick,
this is
hey, baby,
Mariah Kelly. So this is Mariah Kelly, right? She was born in 99,
and she's from Florida. So she was part of Nature Boy's cult. She left, went home, and committed matricide against her mom. They had an argument in the kitchen. We're gonna play the clips and all that type of stuff, but they had an argument in the kitchen. She says, and you know, she says her mom hit her in the head, and that she had been dealing with abuse. And then then she said that she just ended up stabbing her mom in the chest, basically. And yeah, she just got 15 years for that. So we're going to be playing all the clips from that. And then, this guy right here, Damien, which is a crazy name for movie fans out there. And it's very important to even talk about the movie fan stuff because, with Rashad Jamal's cult doctrines, he's getting people disassociated with reality. He's, like I've said before with my lecture about Bro Yosef and preying upon suicidal people. Many of these cult leaders are preying upon mentally ill people. Mentally ill people are a large percentage of the population and a good percentage of YouTubers. So, this guy was a YouTuber. I believe he goes by TD the Prodigy on TikTok. But they said he was following Rashad through TikTok. We're going to be going through that today as well. So this is the guy, Damien Washam. Damien Washam, right? So, and this guy, Damien Washam, he committed matricide against his mother right here. This is his mother, his poor mother. He committed matricide against her using a samurai sword, So we're going to be talking about that today. So first, we're going to go to the first video. Let's see.
Small business owners know they've got to be prepared for anything. You gotta be prepared! And when you use Constant Contact,
so this is the Rashad. People are saying, oh, it's just a couple of Rashad Jamal fans that are, thugs that are harassing people and stuff and sending death threats and stuff like that to people. But really, it's actually more than that. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Even with carbonation people and all the people saying reflections and whatnot. They're pushing the Nature Boy cult, and Nature Boy really is trying to make his, cult a religion, just like L. Ron Hubbard, all different types of people before him, as far as, con artists that are, oppressing people, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of parallels with him as well, L. Ron and Nature Boy and Rashad, and they, these cats are studying the past, but let's press play. But yeah, I think it's important to note that, part of the dangers of Rashad's lectures is that he's reciting so much misinformation and disassociation and so many parallels with cartoons and, the 9 universes in Thor and stuff like that. And overlapping the real world with the fantasy world with his fans. He's grooming them into crazy behavior because he's also saying, to take out people that are low vibrational energy. We already covered that a couple lectures ago, where he was saying that he would, Rashad Jamal was saying that he would slay anybody that has low vibrational energy, because he was saying this is war, this is war, this is war. But we're going to be also going into the documents that were found that Russia is trying to influence Black Americans to be into tearing up their own communities and causing riots and stuff like that. Just like with the tampering with the elections, the same thing. They uncovered documents and it's on the news. We're going to be just playing news stories. That's what we do here. So, all right, so we're going to play this first story. So this is a Rashad Jamal fan, basically enacting maybe he had a fight with his mom or something, who knows what happened, but he's definitely a crazy person that was out of touch with reality, and he was using Rashad Jamal lectures to guide his life. He thought he was some like Anubis god, on some mission or something, like as a role-playing game. I grew up on role-playing games, and that type of disassociation, and maybe he's schizophrenic or something, but they say he had no history of mental illness, no criminal record, and he just went and tried to slay his whole family with a samurai sword. So we're gonna press play.
Absolutely no remorse whatsoever, and that's probably the most shocking part of it.
Well, Captain Paul Birch of the Sheriff's Office talking about this guy, Damien Washam. He's accused of murdering his own mother with a ninja sword. That's according to deputies. This is exclusive video of Washam still in a hospital gown on his way to Metro.
Investigators say Washam also injured 2 other family members with that weapon. Our Shelby Myers is live outside Metro tonight with a rather bizarre story. And Shelby,
So this is a Rashad Jamal fan trying to slay his whole family.
you were the only reporter there to ask.
And I hate to say fan, it's really a follower, because he's his followers are calling him God with the big G. You know what I'm saying? And they're die hard for him no matter what he does. And it's we've already seen the videos. Kulu live streaming exposed the PPP loans, him and World News. So many scams Rashad's doing, and people don't realize that there's a Hotep preacher hustle that a lot of cats do. You know what I'm saying? Cats, a lot of cats out of prison. Not to say that if you go to prison, yeah, of course people can be reformed, but obviously in this case, Rashad's not being reformed. So we're gonna press play.
Question. So did Washam have anything to say?
No, he didn't, Lenise and Byron. Damien Washam was silent, still in his hospital gown, on the way here to Metro tonight. Investigators tell me he's accused of some heinous crimes against his own family, and he doesn't seem to care. Tonight, exclusive video of Damien Washam being rolled into the Mobile County Sheriff's Office after a stint in the hospital. Investigators questioning him for about an hour before driving him next door to Metro. Damien, they say that you killed your mom and injured 2 family members with a sword. Did you do that? Do you have anything to say? Washam, uninterested in my questions, only letting out a little groan as he got into the patrol car. This is his mugshot taken with.
So we're going to get into how this connects to Rashad Jamal, because his father, a bunch of stuff came in the mail after the murder, and his father retrieved the mail and was disturbed by, it was a bunch of like Anubis posters, and, he was getting into this kind of psychotic world that, Rashad Jamal was painting, for his subscribers of, telling them that this stuff is real. And a lot of people wonder why, Rashad Jamal's page having so many followers isn't monetized. It probably was monetized at a certain point, but, YouTube, if people are just preaching stuff that's totally fake, like totally fantasy stuff, and saying that it's real, kind of like Alex Jones kind of stuff, then YouTube will, demonetize that person. That's why, as far as journalists out there, being real is very, very important thing. So I believe, he was probably, demonetized for, just talking fantasy stuff as if it's real. You know what I'm saying? But, this insane person, right here, this guy, Washam, he took it as real.
Then the last couple of hours, cuts and scrapes on his face. Investigators say he got those injuries after trying to run from deputies and getting tased. Washam is accused of using this ninja-style sword to brutally murder his mother, Helen Washam, at their home on Mossap Road in 8 Mile Sunday.
There is no motive or no reason for something like this, especially someone to do the things that he did to his mother, the person who brought him into this world.
Captain Paul Birch with the Sheriff's Office says Washam also severely injured his uncle, who has cerebral palsy, and cut his younger brother on the wrist, leaving behind a gruesome crime scene. Is this one of the worst crimes you've ever seen?
It certainly, I would say, is in the top 5.
This is your family we're talking about here. Do you have anything to say? And even after talking to Washam, investigators say they still don't have a motive.
See, you can see in his dreads, he's bleeding in the top of his head. He got clocked because he tried to run away. He drove away in a car, and then, they caught him in the car, and he jumped out of the car and tried to, run away. And they had to tackle him and tase him.
And there are a lot of questions that are still unanswered.
So this guy, there's a link that says his TikTok page was TD the Prodigy, but all those links are broken. But I don't know if TD the Prodigy is a rapper. I don't know if this guy raps, but yeah, he's a insane person. And Charles Manson never touched anybody. But what's interesting is that the other YouTube guy that shot all the people in the subway in New York, he was talking about Nature Boy too, and talking about Manson, this and that. There's a lot of crazy YouTubers out there. That's why, these fans, a lot of these fans are also YouTubers, these cult followers, and they're harassing people, and there's trolling, and then it becomes like this at the other end of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize it's all connected, because this guy was leaving comments and stuff, and we're going to go into that.
We've seen this a couple other times. He had absolutely no remorse whatsoever, and that's probably the most shocking part of it.
Now tonight, Washam is booked here at Metro on murder, attempted murder, and assault charges. Captain Paul Birch there also.
And it's crazy that they're trying to, sell the throwback shoes right here. If you see these Nikes.
So asking that if anybody knows Damien Washam, or a potential motive as to why he could have done this, they want you to give them a call. Live tonight outside Metro, Shelby Myers, Fox 10 News.
Yeah, they're looking for answers, and looking at the doctrine of his leader, Rashad, that his father says he was obsessed with. That could help them find some answers. So we're going to read through this before we play this next video. So, Mobile County, Alabama, a man in Alabama was booked in jail Wednesday after being accused of matricide against his mother with a sword and injuring 2 other relatives in a gruesome attack Sunday. Damien Washam, 23, walked with his head bowed and didn't speak as he was taken from the hospital to jail. Mobile County Sheriff's Captain Paul Birch told WALA, which is Wallah, right? And like fire in Arabic. This is among the worst crimes he's ever seen in his career. He had absolutely no remorse whatsoever, Birch said. Probably the most shocking part of it. Investigators say Washam used a ninja-style sword he recently purchased to fatally stab his mother, 61-year-old Helen Nettles Washam, at their home. He's also accused of cutting 52-year-old George Washington Nettles, his uncle, who is bedridden from cerebral palsy, on the face. Authorities say he's in critical condition. Washam allegedly cut his younger brother, Desmond Washam, on the wrist. He was treated at the scene and is expected to be okay. According to Birch, the suspect has no criminal record or apparent history of mental illness, explaining investigators would explore the possibility that drugs may have played a role. Birch said the sword, drugs aren't going to make you do that to your parents. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he may have been cracked out. Birch said the sword, I'm going to continue this. So Birch said the sword, which has a blade measuring about 3 feet, likely was not very sharp, adding sword attacks are rare. I can only maybe think of 1 or 2 other times there was a large sword type weapon used, in either an assault or homicide, he said. And this one's even worse because the, offender killed his mom, with a sword. Washam left the scene before deputies arrived. Deputies spotted his car, but he refused to stop and led authorities on a pursuit. Police deployed spike strips to stop Washam and found the sword used to do matricide against his mother in front of the seat of the vehicle. So this is a Rashad Jamal fan. You know what I'm saying? An actual subscriber that his father said he was obsessed with Rashad Jamal videos. And Rashad Jamal calls for people to destroy low vibrational people. So if some mentally ill person's like, oh, this person, is low vibrational because I judged them that way, that's just total craziness. This guy's rolling around with a sword, So let's see. So, Washam tried to run away, but was tased by a deputy. He was taken to the hospital to be treated for injuries before being booked in the jail Wednesday. He faces several charges, including murder, attempted murder, and second-degree assault. Now, in the past lecture, we covered Rashad Jamal's attempted murder stint that he did in jail, as well as the domestic violence stuff. So you see these things are overlapping. He's done these things in his real life, and now his fans are doing these things to a more extreme level. Because you got to remember, that's why I was in the Bro Yosef lecture. I was saying that, Bro Yosef is, preying upon a lot of mentally ill people, telling them that he's basically like Keanu Reeves and like Constantine or whatever, like he can and all that John Wick stuff, and he can like walk to the other side, the afterlife, and summon demons, and he, and Rashad's telling his fans they're all dragons, and I'm not against cosplay, or I grew up playing role playing games, even D&D and stuff. But when it's a game, it's a game. But telling people it's real and all that type of stuff, and it's different to talk about history as it relates to how people have believed it to be real, culturally or whatever, different things. Like he's talking about mermaids and things like that. But he's got spaced out fans getting even more spaced out when you add the violence in there, and that's the problem. Is that he, his fans are intimidating people, and they're actually engaging in cult violence. All right, so we're gonna play this second video. So that's the first video. I think there's another video right here. Here we go.
Damien, they say that you killed your mom and injured 2 family members with a sword. Did you do that? Do you have anything to say? Where would you have allegedly gotten that sword? Where'd it come from? This is your family we're talking about here. Do you have anything to say? Anything to say to your family? We saw some of your family up here earlier. Is there anything you want to say to them? Did you do what they're allegedly accusing you of? Anything you want to say before you go? Anything you want to say? Final call.
But we did have a conversation with him, and we believe that
So you got to remember, when you're talking to people on chats and in a thread or whatever type of thing, it could be a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy, he got tased and locked up. They put him in the hospital first, but he's fine now. They took him to jail, and this happened in January. So we're gonna go back to January too, but we're gonna go to Mariah next after this.
Evidence at the scene, told a lot of the story, and it's just there are still unanswered questions, but he'll be charged with murder, attempted murder, and assault second. And we believe that, he is the sole person responsible, for this horrific act.
Right. So that's crazy, right? So let's go into the next part. All right. So we already covered that. All right. Let's flip over to here.
Accused killer. A young mother stabbed to death in her Cape Coral kitchen. Her accused killer.
So this is Nature Boy's follower. You know what I'm saying? So we can see the parallels, but within like a week, they were both arrested, Rashad, Jamal, and Nature Boy, for good reason, without bond, because they literally both have followers committing matricide against their mothers, with one with a knife, one with like a samurai sword or katana. I'm not sure what kind of sword.
A young mother stabbed to death in her Cape Coral kitchen. Her accused killer, her own daughter. Thanks for watching. I'm Kelly Burns.
And I'm Peter Bush. Melissa Kelly West was rushed to the hospital with a stab wound to her chest, but she didn't make it. Mariah Kelly is accused of violently lashing out during an argument. This all happened on Southwest Embers Terrace in the Cape, and NBC2's Ashley Dyer spoke with some of Melissa's friends today.
The friends I talked.
So this is let's go back. This is a woman that Nature Boy that joined the carbonation cult. I don't know if it was called melanation at that time, but she joined the carbonation, and she downloaded the information. For those that know what that means, for his cult members, he makes them download information by I don't even want to say it, it's so vile, but it's basically he makes his followers basically I don't even want to describe it, it's so heinous, but it's basically he makes them download. He calls it download, but really it's basically swallowing. And then when he's saying download his information. So you can guess what that means, so it's very, very a crazy cult, right? And they're telling them crazy things, you know what I'm saying? And one part of Nature Boy's doctrine is to reject your parents. He says, your parents are Babylon. So, he tries to draw from a lot of different cultures. So he, appropriates, the kind of, I don't know, Bobo Nyabingi kind of.
I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. Let me fix that.
Fans getting even more spaced out when you add the violence in there. And that's the problem, is that he, read or whatever type of thing, it could be a crazy person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they literally both have followers committing matricide against their mothers with a knife, with like a samurai sword or katana. I'm not sure what kind of sword.
A young mother stabbed to death in her Cape Coral kitchen. Her accused killer, her own daughter.
Hey,
Thanks for watching. I'm Kelly Burns.
And I'm Peter Bush. Melissa Kelly West was rushed to the hospital with a stab wound to her chest, but she didn't make it. Mariah Kelly is accused of violently lashing out during an argument. This all happened on Southwest Embers Terrace in the Cape, and NBC2's Ashley Dyer spoke with some of Melissa's friends today.
The friends I talked.
So this is let's go back. This is a woman that Nature Boy that joined the carbonation cult. I don't know if it was called melanation at that time, but she joined the carbonation.
It was carbonation.
She downloaded the information. For those that know what that means, for his cult members, he makes them download information by I don't even want to say it, it's so vile, but it's basically he makes his followers basically I don't even want to describe it, it's so heinous, but it's basically he makes them download. He calls it download, but really it's basically swallowing. And then when he's saying download his information. So you can guess what that means, so it's very, very a crazy cult, right? And they're telling them crazy things, you know what I'm saying? And one part of Nature Boy's doctrine is to reject your parents. He says, your parents are Babylon. So, he tries to draw from a lot of different cultures. So he, appropriates, the kind of, I don't know, Bobo Nyabingi kind of, calling stuff Babylon or whatever, Rasta Jamaica stuff. And, he takes stuff from Manson. He takes stuff from all different types of people, now he's got even the trans followers too. He, before he got locked up, he had his new wife that was a trans wife, you know what I'm saying? Because he was definitely, Nature Boy was doing queer pornos, basically, with I believe a older European diaspora guy. You know what I'm saying? So the Nature Boy has a long history of being the kind of a hotep preacher hustler kind of, where they're flipping this hustle, and people are getting hurt in the midst of all this because they're, that's why it's a good thing that these guys are off the street. Let me press play.
Just friends today.
The friends I talked to were more like family members. They tell me Melissa was a fantastic mother and a bright light in this world. She leaves behind 3 kids. One of them is her accused killer. An unfathomable day.
This was not on the radar.
The horrific death of Melissa Kelly West, leaving friends and family at a loss.
Where do we start? She was, first of all, she was hilarious.
Drop dead gorgeous.
Absolutely, like, so beautiful inside and out.
Melissa's 21-year-old daughter, Mariah Kelly, is accused of murdering her.
This wasn't in the realm of what could possibly happen. How could this have happened?
In the police report, Mariah says she was doing dishes in her kitchen when she got into a verbal argument with her mom, Melissa. Mariah says she was washing a knife at the sink when her mother hit her in the head. That's when Mariah turned around and stabbed her mother in the chest. Was Melissa...
Hey, sincere. Hey, baby.
Matricide examples from 2 Atlanta cult leaders that have just been taken down within the same week, basically, and Atlanta's a safer place now, and the whole world's a safer place because Nature Boy got kicked out of multiple countries. I've been following their story probably since and they first got arrested on that van that they took. He had somebody's van that wasn't his van, and they all got arrested, and they all and they've been arrested multiple times. He's been arrested multiple times, and he keeps he's been kicked out of multiple countries. Hotep preacher hustle, and not now the Atlanta cops aren't playing around. You know what I'm saying? People there's just heinous things that they do in their own lives, and they're preaching stuff that pushes people to people on the edge to do heinous stuff, calling for violence and stuff, calling for war in your own community. With Rashad, Jamal, and with Nature Boy, it's a more
hey, Angel.
It's more war against your parents, but also war against the community. But with Mariah Lynn Kelly's case, it's war against her parent.
Close with Mariah?
That I'm not going to comment about. I don't want to comment about relationships, and she was helpful in every way that she could be.
Melissa Kelly West was rushed to the hospital, but died shortly after. She was just 37 years old.
She was a bright light. She was a bright light for anybody who came in her path. And now we just don't have that anymore.
She loved so hard. Yes. So hard. She just gave you everything that she had all the time. She was the most genuine person, I swear to God, I've ever met in my whole entire life.
At her first appearance, Mariah wore a green smock, which is given to inmates that have the potential to harm themselves.
And remember, when Nature Boy grooms, the people that he's gonna have live with him at his camp, basically, his camps have been set up in different Airbnbs around the world. A lot of times, he's taking SSI check payments from like people that are mentally ill or, ex-military people, stuff like that. They get checks from the government. He's taking everybody's SNAP checks and, and pooling everything, you know what I'm saying? And, who knows if she was on or is on, SSI or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the type of people he preys on.
Close friends say they're heartbroken and doing everything they can for Melissa's family.
We have her memory, and we will always have her memory, so we're the lucky ones.
Mariah appeared in front of a judge today, making no comments. Her bond was set at $250,000. I'm in Cape Coral, Ashley Dyer, NBC2.
I think it's a great idea. House sitters get somewhere to stay, and we, the house owners, get someone to look after our home and our animals. And I think it makes it a very equal.
So we're gonna close that window and go to this next one. So what happened to her? This is what happened to her.
stabbed her mom during an argument in their... This former cult member from Cape Coral admits to murdering her own mother. Mariah Kelly stabbed her mom during an argument in their Cape Coral home. Melissa Kelly West died of stab wounds to the chest in June of 2020. The two got into an argument while washing dishes. Melissa hit her daughter in the head, and then Mariah turned around and jabbed her mother with a knife. You might remember Mariah admitted to joining a cult known as Carbonation.
And it's important to note that her name was Nefertiti in the cult. You know, like he gives them names, they take on names. I'm not sure if she took that name on or if he gave her that, you know, it might have been like Immortal Nefertiti or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But she was definitely, they called her Nefertiti, right? And it's interesting if you go up to actual matricide. This is the actual Wikipedia matricide. You see Cleopatra III of Egypt was assassinated in 101 BC by one of her sons. So a lot of these crazy people, you know, if they think they're, you know, like within Rashad Jamal's case, you know, his insane follower thought he was like, you know, some Anubis type of, you know, superhero or something where he could, you know, choose who lives and who doesn't live, you know. It's just craziness. We're going to get to that too as well with in some other articles about his case, Washam's case. All right. But yeah, we can see, you know, matricide is this is Orestes pursued by the Furies by William Adolph Bulgaro. Orestes is tormented by the Furies for the murder of his mother Clytemnestra, or Clytemnestra. But yeah, so you know, you can see that there's been crazy people throughout history, right? So we're gonna get back to the video. So let's get back to here.
And around the time of her mother's death, the group believes in nudism and polygamy, and they don't bathe. Well, things got heated in a courtroom in Lee County today when her own family members showed up to the sentencing.
The one person that brought you into the world, you decided to jam a knife into her chest and take my sister away from me. You are a murderer, and you are a monster. You really are. I mean, think about it. You left your kid and went to a cult to worship trees. You're a real winner.
After nearly a dozen family members spoke, Mariah then got up to address the court herself. She claims the killing was in self-defense, but her family wasn't buying it and walked out in the middle of her statement.
I'm sorry that our family has been torn apart by such a tragic act of self-defense. And the people who are leaving have treated their kids in some of the nastiest ways that I have ever seen.
Melissa Kelly West was a mother to 2 other children, and Mariah has a daughter of her own. Mariah Kelly accepted a plea deal of 15 years in prison. She cried when the judge handed down her sentence.
So we're back to the Rashad Jamal stuff. Now, Alabama man accused of killing mother with sword, fascinated by Egyptian gods, TikTok conspiracy theorist. Right? And you got to remember too, TikTok is run by the CCP, and you know, the CCP is all about the same thing that Russia's about Americans, promoting stuff that could bring down America, basically. You know, CCP and Russia are both anti-America. So, TikTok, we're going to look at Rashad's TikTok video number counts, and you'll see his conspiracy theory stuff is the biggest stuff that TikTok is promoting, because that's what they want. They want people, like they're teaching their kids right now in China that the pyramids are fake and stuff like that. They're all about, teaching a lot of misinformation with the Xi Jinping's, for life dictatorship, All right. So Alabama man accused of matricide with sword, fascinated by Egyptian gods, TikTok conspiracy theorists. Mobile County Sheriff deputies say a man used this sword, was used against matricide against his mother, and to injure two relatives near Semmes, Alabama on Sunday night at the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. Okay, so the Alabama man accused of killing his mother and injuring two other family members with a sword was fascinated by Egyptian gods and watched TikTok videos made by a conspiracy theorist, his father said. In the weeks leading up to the Mobile County slaying of 60-year-old Helen Nettles, Washam, in a sword attack, had also injured his brother and uncle. Suspect Damien Washam was obsessed with TikTok videos made by Rashad Jamal. All right, so TikTok videos made by Rashad Jamal. And for those that don't know who Rashad Jamal is, this is Rashad Jamal, this guy right here. That's Rashad Jamal. All right, so let me click back. So whose conspiracies include that NBA players are synthetic robots and that babies born during the COVID-19 pandemic are ancient souls. Yeah, so, YouTube something he got into 6 weeks ago. I don't understand it. So this was very recent for him, and Rashad Jamal was very recent.
Hey, Mary Blue, how are you?
This happened in January. Let's see. This is like January 20th. The story came out. But, I believe. Let's see.
That's the type of sponges that take away your skin.
But yeah. So let's continue this. All right. Let's see. He said, "I don't understand it." Hubert Washam also said his son made disturbing purchases before the slaying, including a knife, spiked brass knuckles, a statue of an Egyptian god, and a poster of the underworld Egyptian god Osiris. Oh, I thought it was an Anubis thing. All right, so yeah, maybe he thought he was, some second, coming of Osiris, type of a thing. Who knows what he was thinking? You know what I'm saying? But we see that he thought he was some type of Blade, superhero type of a cat, buying weapons, and he was radicalized. And that's the thing. Nature Boy and Rashad are both radicalizing their cult followers, right? That's why they're both getting their bonds rejected, and Nature Boy's new bond is coming up. All right, so when I opened it up, I was just hurt because maybe it seemed like there was something disturbing going on with him that we didn't pick up on. Hubert Washam told Oxygen. He ordered something he definitely has absolutely no use for. I can't understand why he would order it unless he was planning to kill us all. Hubert Washam said his son recently became fascinated by Egyptian gods. I don't understand it. Crazy stuff. Egyptian gods of the underworld. He ordered that sword, another knife, other stuff that looked like he was planning to KILL us all and burn the house down, he said. I just wish I could ask him now, what the heck was all this stuff for? Helen Nettles Washington was found dead in the 6700 block of Malsap Road in the Semmes area Sunday night after the Mobile County Sheriff's Office received a report of a deceased woman and two men suffering from lacerations. There, they say Damien Washam, 23, used a sword to commit matricide against his mother, who was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect's uncle and brother were also injured. According to officials, deputies say the uncle, who was bedridden with cerebral palsy, received severe lacerations to his face and is hospitalized in critical condition. They say Damien Washam fled the scene in a dark green 2000 Honda Accord and refused to stop. Traveling toward Highway 158, spike strips were deployed by Saraland police, ending the pursuit. The vehicle was stopped on Highway 158 near Marker 6, where Washam fled on foot until Misco deputy used a stun gun to detain him. Washam was transported to a hospital for treatment for non-life-threatening injuries. So, a lot of Rashad fans are also anti-police. They're like, there should be no police. But that's crazy talk, because if something happens to your mom, of course you would want the police to get involved, and we're not all just vigilantes roaming around. And that's what, type of a thing that he's kind of promoting. So the the Rashad fan and follower subscriber is a big problem. Obviously some of his followers are just fans and they're not really followers, but then he's got the people that are really followers and take his doctrine as fact. You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, they see this brother's living his life and thinking it's real. Why can't I live my life and think that's real? And you see what happens when somebody's mentally ill and they take his doctrine for fact. Same thing I was saying with Bro Yosef. There hasn't been any Bro Yosef fans that have done something crazy, but you never know if they, if they think that he can roll around like Constantine, then maybe they'll try to roll around like Constantine and do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, so please say the vehicles. Let's see. So I'll just start up here. Please say the sword that allegedly killed Washam's mother and one of his family members was found in the front seat of the car, like we saw in the picture. Investigators still don't have a motive for the attack. After speaking with Washam, said Captain Paul Burke of the Sheriff's Department, there are a lot of questions still unanswered. Said Burke, I've only seen this a couple of times. He had absolutely no remorse whatsoever, and that's probably the most shocking part of it. Court records don't include the name of an attorney representing the man, who did not respond to questions from a report as he was transferred to jail. So we saw that. We saw when he got transferred to the car, and he was, it sounded like he was, out of his mind. You could hear his like kind of little murmur. That sounded very, very strange. All right, so we're gonna click. Can we click back on this? All right, so we're gonna go through some more of this. So people, let's see what somebody's saying. Oh, he's getting blamed. This is his mother once again. It's just so very, very sad. I can't believe that.
Now y'all heard when.
Do such a crazy
hold up.
But that's why I was just wondering.
Now y'all heard when the girl's brother said, you left your kid here to go worship a tree. Hey, no one. This is we're gonna be looking more into him. Maybe we can get him on the show. But his name is TTM. TTM. Maybe we can get him on the show because we do these type of talks and stuff like that. But can you at least say hello first? No one really matters but cats. Hey, boo. She'll say hello. Wait, who the guy we listening to? Well, hello to you too, darling. Hey, Panamanian princess. Where's she at? I didn't see her come through the back door. Where's she at? Hey, boo. How you doing, Panamanian princess? Hey, Jasmine Rice. How are you? Welcome. Howdy, folks. Oh, God. You guys are so funny. It's crazy how thank you, precious baby of mine. See, these cults is very serious, and what we're not really looking at is the after effects of their mindset. Yeah, because we see them acting like they got it all together, and they're gonna still, after a while, if them people don't seek help, who knows when they go back. That's why I said you can't be just letting your kids come on back home. For number one, they've been serving a man for so long, and number two, they probably vowed to themselves, I ain't never listening to nobody else. I ain't never serving nobody. So the slightest thing you might say to them may tick them off. It might tick them off. You gotta be very careful. Precious, if you don't have my Sugar Babes channel, I really think your mother and your grandmother would love that channel. If one of my mods, if they would like to drop my Sugar Babes channel, you would. That's more. It's like what we're doing now, like bringing out that information. What we got to do is bring out the information to the people. We got to bring it out. I'm breathing, so no compliments, no complaints. But if somebody get a chance, they could drop my Sugar Babes link in there. Make sure you click on that. I was going to do that today, but
warning people about the craziness of the internet. So let's see. So let's click on another link. We did oxygen. Let's see. Did we do this? Right. So yeah, this happened. Let's see. January 22nd is this article. You see, it says Hubert Washam said his son was particularly fascinated by a series of videos published by cosmic conspiracist and TikTok creator Rashad Jamal. And when you click on it, it takes you to a TikTok account that's been taken down that says TD the Prodigy, right? But when we click series of videos, it takes you to Rashad Jamal's actual page, right? And so this is January 7th. I believe this thing happened later in January, but if you go to actually no, this isn't actually Jamal's actual page. This is somebody posting his stuff. Let's click on that. But yeah, you see his fans are he's got a lot of serious fans, fanatics and whatnot. But let's go back to this. We're gonna read some more. They're gonna read this article. So this is Rashad Jamal's follower that committed matricide against his mom, and we've been relating that to Mariah Kelly's matricide against her mom, being a Nature Boy follower, right? All right, so Mobile, Alabama, a man accused of matricide against his mother with a samurai sword and injuring 2 other family members on Sunday began behaving strangely days before the incident, according to his father. Hubert Washam said he noticed sublimated changes in the 23-year-old son. Damien Washam, about 4 to 6 weeks early, he said his son sold his beloved PlayStation games and started watching strange videos of Egyptian mythology and conspiracies. So he started watching Rashad Jamal videos. He started having this infatuation with the son, listening to the conspiracy theory type things. He started coming out and being in the son, trying to get closer to the son. The elder Washam told Fox 10 News on Friday, hours after a judge set bond for his son totaling at $796,700. Sheriff's office alleges that Damien Washam.
Now we got another video to go into now. I'm not finished.
Mythology and stuff like that, but
we're gonna get into Rashad Jamal. Hold up. Wait.
Hand me that hex key.
Wait.
Cats really need to realize, the depth of all this stuff is very, very serious.
Your parents. Well, you hate your parents because you don't understand the role that they play in your life. There are 2 roles. There is the antagonist and the protagonist. And what we know about the roles that they play is that they were strategically assigned. Your parents were strategically simulated and matched with you.
Notice she says simulated. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy that, the Rashad Jamal fan that committed matricide against his mom was, they were talking about the whole robot NBA player simulation theory. Like, hey, none of this is real. It's a video game. So, I can just go around slaying people or something. You know what I'm saying? When you get that disassociation from reality.
You portaled through them for a reason because you guys complement each other and you needed their certain influence to help you turn into who exactly you're supposed to be and complete your destiny. So, with that being said, I'll give you an example. The antagonist parenting role is going to be the parent role that seems like they're inflicting more resistance. And people like me who have an astrological programming.
So this is one of her videos that she dropped, telling you to reject your parents and stuff like that, weeks before she actually slayed her mom with a kitchen knife.
Aries, like completely stubborn, hard-headed, not gonna fucking listen to you. We needed this antagonist influence in our life because we were gonna go against it, and more than likely the antagonist exhibited more toxic than healthy traits. So by going against them and resisting who they were and wanting to be the complete opposite, we actually turned into our best version, which was necessary. And for that reason, they were placed in our lives so that we perpetuate. Your astrological programming is you're already a diplomat, like you're already a...
Seeing, predestination stuff, like, hey, it's a lot of ways that, people brainwash people.
Saint, so you really don't need much.
I'm not saying I don't believe in astrology, but I'm just saying, I'm just talking about the idea of predestination. I don't believe in predestination per se.
Resistance, because your soul has already matched that equivalency. So with that being said, now the second reason why you probably hate your parents is because you've created an expectation in your mind that you desire them to fulfill, whether it be because of society's standards of what a parent should be, or what you have depended on them to love you in a way that only you can love yourself. You cannot depend on a human being to love you the way that Source or God loves you, because God is love and humans are these impeccable creatures. No, I'm kidding. But humans are primitive.
You see, she went into like bad witch mode right there. Because, that's the thing. A lot of times people feel that, hippie people can't, do wrong and stuff like that. Oh, she's just peaceful. Her mother must have been attacking her. But, she's obviously on some dark stuff. And Nature Boy is, in jail because he's on some dark stuff. And he's, it's just really, really clear. These parallels are very clear. Within the same week, 2 cult leaders taken down who both have, followers on some hip hop Manson stuff. And this is a hip hop science institution. We're basically the MIT of hip hop science, and we're coming with the facts. And this is for all the followers of Rashad and Nature Boy that don't realize, how far their fellow followers have gone in the past, and they cats really need to realize, the depth of all this stuff is very, very serious. But yeah, in this video, she's basically, saying reject your parents and stuff like that.
Kelly is in jail on a $250,000 bond.
We confirmed from one of Carbonation's leaders that Mariah Kelly left them after only 2 weeks in the cult. He described her as eccentric, but never imagined that she was capable of such heinous violence that landed her in jail, now facing a homicide charge.
I think Carbonation was just a little bit too extreme for me.
21-year-old Mariah Kelly opening up in this video about leaving the Carbonation cult.
A lot of my demons came out, and I was able to, realize that there were certain things that I was running away from and I needed to face. My parents, I needed their influence in my life so that I didn't make the same decisions they made, and so that I knew who to become and why to become that.
Healthy people don't usually join cults.
Psychologist Dr. Laura Streifler says while the cult could have played a role, past trauma is more likely.
It seems like the issues here were much bigger and much more lifelong than just spending 2 weeks at cult.
And that's the thing, is, the cults are grooming the people that have mentally ill problems, or not just mentally ill, but mentally ill due to abuse too, not mentally ill from genetics. That's a different type of mental illness, but mentally ill from actual abuse.
Mariah's candid carbonation tell-all, she revealed signs of a troubled past.
I had been like super crazy. I was so crazy, had a lot of emotional issues. I had been in a couple of mental institutions.
Kelly now...
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. She might have been receiving SSI. He focuses on the followers with the SSI and stuff so that they can give him their checks when they come live with him.
Locked up in jail, her mother gone, and Kelly's own young daughter facing years without hers.
So I was like, I'm just going to take some time away and I'm going to heal and I'm going to be back for her because my daughter deserves unconditional love and she deserves a mother.
For the gram, I swear to God.
But yeah, they call her Nefertiti.
Talking trash. Y'all can't talk shit about what she's doing because she...
And remember, as far as Tron, remember Tron was like one of the kind of the bodyguards for Nature Boy, one of his henchmen. Like, you know, when I feel like when Velvet was trying to escape, I forgot what country that was, but he was really intimidating her, you know, and keeping her in the house, type of a thing. So you know, that might be why a lot of the men left the house too, you know, because, you know, they might have a lot of charges on them that they don't want to be a part of, you know, and maybe they'll come back if the smoke clears or something like that. But, you know, Nature Boy's hearings, I believe, is tomorrow. And, you know, I'm guessing it's most likely going to be denied bond again because literally we have, you know, one of his followers becoming a matricide person.
He's doing something greater than anyone. She's healing.
Yeah, I think more people than just Nature Boy are guilty in his cult because, you know, there's babies that ended up missing, you know, Mama Diaz passing away, you know, it's a lot of craziness, you know, and the story is still kind of unfolding.
And her generational curses, she's making sure that she puts herself in the best position to be prepared for what's to come. So I don't want anyone saying any shit about what she's doing. I should not hear a word out of no one's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, really what you should be asking yourself, what in the world is expressing
Seen from around noon today when this entire home was surrounded with crime scene tape. Neighbors say Kelly ran out of the home after stabbing her mom, then frantically knocked on a neighbor's door admitting what she'd done. That neighbor called 911.
It's just heartbreaking.
A sad story unfolding tonight on Southwest Embers Terrace. Ramirez says he...
What would drive somebody to do that?
Neighbor Stephen Ramirez says he just met the mom and daughter.
They were walking the baby. They were all out here together. I mean, walking as a family. Who would have thought a few weeks later, I mean, this would happen?
Neighbors say Kelly has a young daughter of her own.
I just think it's a shame. Whatever she did, just get her some help so she can get better.
Ramirez says Kelly ran to a nearby neighbor, admitting to stabbing her mom. That neighbor called police.
She did run, you know, to her asking for help, and but yeah, I could imagine what happened or what she was going through.
Emergency crews rushed west to the hospital. She died from her injuries.
The cops reached out to me because I do have video cameras, so I did look at it, and the daughter seemed distraught from what I could see. They seemed like really nice people. It's shocking. It really is.
The victim has 2 other children, and the suspect has a daughter of her own. I reached out to DCF to find out where those children are tonight. They have not gotten back to me.
But I don't agree with polygamy, just my personal opinion. I try. I can't.
Reasons why she left carbonation. But yeah, you know, let's go to this.
No contest to this, and she accepted a plea deal of 15 years in state prison, accepting that charge of manslaughter with a deadly weapon, which is a first-degree felony. But friends and family believe she deserves much longer. Emotions were running high this week, hitting Melissa with the knife that was in her hand. Melissa died from her injuries. In addition to Mariah, Melissa was a mother to 2 other kids.
Melissa's siblings and longtime friends sobbed as they shared statements while Mariah sat expressionless. Some calling her a narcissist and heartless for joining the alleged cult Carbonation, and said without notice, Mariah left behind her daughter Layla to be with the group for 5 months. Meanwhile, Mariah's grandmother, Melissa's mom, sat on Mariah's side of the courtroom and was the only one to say she'll support Mariah after she's out of prison. Mariah then gave a statement and said she never meant for this to happen, but it was out of self-defense. That's when Melissa's siblings got up to leave.
And the people who are leaving have treated their kids in some of the nastiest ways that I have ever seen.
Now, our mic wasn't able to pick up that audio in this clip, but you could hear her brother saying, quote, "You're a joke," and called her a, quote, B word. Now, that was the only time that we saw Mariah actually crying was when she was being sentenced, despite all of the emotional witness statements we heard earlier that morning. I'm live in Lee County. Jennifer Bagley.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to end this lecture off like that. We've got,
Hey, boss lady. I'm waiting for Nicole to blow me up. She ain't blow me up yet. She ain't blow me up yet, but it's coming. In the closet. But you should be a good girl. Yeah, these are 2 different families destroyed. Yes, sincere, my love. Hold on, we're not finished now. Uh-oh, where it go? Here it go. No, that's not where it go. Where did it go? Here it go. Now here we go. We coming, guys. Take some time out and say hello to each other. Welcome each other and say hello. Hold on, boss lady. I don't know who remembers this, but who remembers this? Hey, boss lady. Hey, Miss Apple.
Oh, hey, Sugar Love. Looking at my ceiling fan.
Yeah, we were always. Beautiful. Now, this the same. Rashad Jamal. Let's go.
Rashad Jamal video. So I was like, hey, let me tune in. And he was dropping a bunch of parallels. He was talking about parallels and events that happened in the 33rd
Hello,
parallel.
Eden. Welcome.
And out of about 20 different cities, maybe that he was saying were on the 33rd parallel, maybe only about 5-6 of them were actually on the 33rd parallel. So I was correcting all those the mathematics and all that. And now I got some guy named Sunra the Shaman, who's either one of Rashad Jamal's homies. I don't know, is one of his shooters. He's literally threatening me. I'll put the picture of it. Literally threatening my life. literally saying like, hey, you live in Atlanta, you're in Atlanta, where are you at? You know what I'm saying? That's, I take, my homie TC Islam, came from up north and came down to Atlanta and got shot and killed down here. And I'll release that lecture soon. I didn't get to release it. I did the lecture last year, but I haven't released it on YouTube yet.
Let me skip past
that. I take all threats seriously.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. But let's go.
When Babu, DJ Babu, people, researching history, all different types of science over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy that some guy named Sun Ra, things that people say now, but I
wanted to show you guys something.
But the fact that Young Pharaoh saying Rashad Jamal threatened his life, people don't believe Young Pharaoh just because of all the drama that's been going on with Young Pharaoh. But when I met Young Pharaoh, he was a cool cat. But that's a whole nother lecture. So this is about somebody threatening my life, and I take that very seriously. You know what I'm saying? And I will get the police involved. A lot of people, are in the whole no snitch thing. When I used to substitute in schools, I used to tell the kids, snitching is a good thing. I'm not saying snitching on your parents, if they're hitting a J or something. I'm talking about, if your dad hits your mom and throws her down the stairs, snitching isn't bad. That's called, calling up a crime. So, this kind of relates back to the Jay-Z lecture where we're just talking about lawlessness. They're trying to always kind of promote lawlessness in the black community. And when I say they, that's a lot of people, not only colonial powers, but now even within our own community, even people that call themselves Sun Ra. This guy is literally called Sun.
Hold on, guys. I just wanted y'all to see where Young Pharaoh is connected again. Young Pharaoh is connected again. But hold up.
He sure was dragging it out. He sure was dragging it out. I was waiting for him to hurry up and get to the point.
Wow. I think at this point in time, being that from when he must have did it before and spoke upon it, you do your videos, I guess he's just talking about all the things that transpired after speaking upon Young Pharaoh and knowing Young Pharaoh or whatever. So that's just the wrong video.
Hey, Miss Ride. Hey, Nicole. Uh-oh, she on you again.
Nicole, Nick.
Hey, Blanche. What's up, girl?
Now that guy Rashad Jamal is supposed to be out of jail. I don't know how true that is. We're gonna find this out.
Nah, he's not. He's not out.
Let me see.
Wearing the crystals, you gotta think about how that thing is charged. Saying that either Rashad Jamal is faking being in jail or he really isn't. That's actually something.
Let's just see. And why is this being even said is the question.
That we're going to clear up today because, I think Sanetter was saying like he thinks that, Polite was
I can't stand you.
This whole R. Kelly thing that he was doing, like maybe scamming with the parent to get publicity since now, But we'll talk about Polite as he relates to Rashad in the next lecture. But this lecture is just about, is Rashad actually in Barrow County facility? And so I'm gonna just play this guy real quick, this O Block guy. All right, so I'm gonna the screen big. I'm just gonna play this real quick. Oops, let me turn the volume up. Go back. Whoops. All right, so I'm gonna press play.
Diddy, another part of me believes solely that dude, I think he's faking it. So it can only be either. It can only be at least two ways. Bro, you're I mean, even if you like lied about it with the intentions to grow your, and you're still you thought about it. Like this shit starts in the mind.
So he's saying that either Rashad Jamal is faking being in jail, or he really is in jail. So we know the charges were R. Kelly charges. I'm gonna bleep out the P word that guy was saying, but for the YouTube algorithms and whatnot. But yeah, so he's saying that maybe he's faking it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the name of this thing. Alleged P word Rashad Jamal, or might be faking his jail sentence. All right, so we're going to debunk that. So we're going to debunk this theory that's out there that he's faking it and and maybe he used this for clout. So we're going to go to Barrow County inmate search. All right, so I'm going to pull that up. All right, so here at TTM Academy, we don't we pretty much are we're a hip hop science institution, and the reason we're covering these topics dealing with to crime is because the whole hip hop culture, it's ever since the early 90s and when they turned on the turnkey school to prison pipeline, hip hop has just gotten more and more gangster every single day until now. This is the year 2022. Where in Atlanta, like I was saying before, playing GA, the DA has been cracking down on this type of stuff. And this arrest wasn't a DA arrest with Rashad Jamal. This was him, getting in trouble. A lot of his fans, are trying to be like, oh, this is the system trying to frame a brother and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he got kidnapping charges for his son. Or whatever, and a lot of his crazy fans are like, you can't kidnap your own child, but it's like custody of the child, or you can definitely kidnap your own child. Somebody left that in the comments saying, just talking a lot of crazy stuff, and a lot of his fans are also and saying, well, colonizers have been doing all this type of heinous stuff over the years, so why are you focusing on Rashad? And in my lectures, I speak about all different types of subjects of all, whether it's, different parts of history and the present, so, we speak about those type of things too, but that doesn't erase what, Rashad's actual detention center inmate inquiry. And if you type that in, you'll see, it's all lined up alphabetically. And let's scroll down and get to W, right? His last name's White, Rashad Jamal White. All right, so we're gonna have to go to the next page, right? Well, actually, no, because White would be up here, right? So, right, we see WHE. We're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna click next, right? And do we see Rashad Jamal White on here? So we don't see his name on here. So a lot of people feel like, oh, look, his name's not on there. Maybe he's not really in there. This is a hoax. It's really, I actually contacted the Barrow County Detention Center because
it might not be his birth name.
To clear this up, they
outstanding
that Rashad is definitely in there. They just haven't inputted his name into this database. And also, if you look at this database as a shoddy database, because if you type any of these people's names, like if you type a name in there, I don't even think it'll work. Like, let me see, I'm going to type Wheeler, that's already on there. I'm going to hit enter. And look, it says no data. So, as far as like software programming and web programming, whoever created this, I don't know if it's HTML2 or whatever, whoever created this, HTML or Java or whatever this is coded in, they, they made it so that you can only pretty much search everybody. You know what I'm saying? And you can't search any individual names. You can only, search when you take away the name, take away Wheeler, and then I'm going to click search again, and all the names pop up. So this is the only way you can search on here. Now you see it says 100 inmates. It says 107 inmates, and I believe the whole detention center only holds about 200 inmates. You know what I'm saying? So they're like at, and so I called him up this morning to confirm, he's definitely in there, because I might have to be getting a restraining order against Rashad Jamal just because of the it was either a threat from him or a physical threat from one of his fans, right? And I'm still trying to find out the identity of the person that used to be called Sunrod the Shaman, and they just changed their name to Indigenous Warrior. They're like, pull up, I'm off Cascade, where you at? That's I live in Atlanta, and so people sending me threats, that's a very, very serious thing. And I take those things seriously. All right. Now, I'm not going to answer that because I'm in this lecture, but yeah, so we can see here that, I'm going to wrap this up though. We can see that, he's not on this list. It is confirmed. I called him, this morning, and I'll put the other information in there. Let me find that. Let me see. Find the info. Okay, so yeah, here's the info. Let me paste this in. Even though his name's not on that list, you can call them up and they'll say that he's there. They confirm that he's definitely there. So all his subscribers are trying to say he's not really there, and maybe using that.
Not me. He was Blanchy Poo. Not me. I don't have that.
He really is there. Just because this list is saying something else, it just shows that they haven't inputted it. And this whole search engine thing is a shoddy search engine. It doesn't even work as an actual search engine. It only shows basically the whole data list, and whoever programmed it probably just skipped a bunch of steps and left some stuff not working properly, because you can't actually search names. You can only just see everything, right? Now, so that's basically, so this is what the detention center looks like. It's got it's a 200 person capacity, but that pretty much wraps this quick lecture up. This was just a quick lecture just to dispel that myth that people are trying to say that, like, oh, he's not in jail, because he's saying he's an alien from another planet. He's talking about Planet Kai. He says he's from this other planet and stuff like that, and and people are saying, well, if you're from another planet, why can't you, get yourself?
He's still talking mess, but he don't want nobody to say nothing to him.
I'm talking to boss lady. I'm on mute.
Oh, I was like, why she didn't say nothing back to me?
I'm like, yeah, boss lady, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, God.
His scary ass. He's still talking mess.
Oh, man. I'm like, I had to look. I'm like, I don't see the picture moving. I said, damn, you still on mute. Because I don't want Nicole to talk about me. She was talking about me like I'm not supposed to have a snack or something. And she be blowing me up and stuff. He is still there. They didn't get to his case yet. Yeah, but I just wanted to introduce, we got to start. I mean, we're going to do this. We're going to do this right. I had a salad with some chopped chicken, darling. I tell you, I got to get this. I'm gonna do I don't know if we're gonna be like TikTok or Instagram, but no, I don't know. But that, I hate to say the C word, all the weight people gain during the C word and stuff like that. I want to do like a thing where I show like the weight I gain and how I'm trying to get back in shape.
Oh, okay. You want trying to slim it down, huh?
Yeah, I have to because everything else seems like out of whack. So if I can get some of the weight down.
Them hips getting too big.
Girl, I always had some hips and tits, so I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about just trying to eat a little bit, trying to get the inflammation down in the joints.
Oh yeah.
For sure. I don't mind the hips and the tits and all that good stuff, baby. But when you start getting older, you have to.
Yeah, you gotta slim it down to where you can keep diabetes and stuff from flaring up.
Yeah. But I said all that to say, I don't know if I do it on a page, I want to do like a challenge. Like anybody who wants to don't mind participating in the challenge and trying to eat. I mean, even if you eat bad some days, who cares? We all do, because y'all already know sweetness is my weakness. I'm like, listen, Mom, I may go tomorrow. I'm not, when I want to eat something, I'm not doing it nowhere near as much as I used to. But when I want something sweet, I'm gonna get it. Damn it! You tell me no. As long as you in moderation here and there, you can have it. Some people just take it right out the diet. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. If I want me to cook you a cake, I'm gonna get me a piece of cookie. Okay. Are you down for the challenge, Panamanian Prince? Panamanian Princess sent me so much good stuff, but a lot of stuff I've seen already, and a lot of stuff I just can't show because I don't know if the other person will copyright strike me. But thank you so much for all the stuff you sent me, Panamanian Princess. So I have to thank you in public because you sent it to me, but I appreciate everything that you do, love. That's Who Is That Man? Chicken salad. Yeah. So only thing is like you would have to be willing to come on. Like it'll be a whole different channel or Instagram, but you got to be willing to come on the be live, and you got to be like be willing, like let's take a walk together. Like we'll like do a time. We'll do like a particular time, and like we'll just be like walk about a track or do a little walk. We'll show we're walking together, and we could be talking, but anybody else who want to do it, you can add up to so many people. Only bad thing is when you start a channel like that. Can you? But we want to show the people the transformation. Hey, Umi love. Hey, my baby. Who is that man? I forgot the man. TMM. I think it's his name. I think his name is T. But we will be exploring more on him. But he does a lot of commentary. So we can do that ourselves. But I want to try to see how the people leave these cults and stuff, and they go cuckoo, cuckoo. They go cuckoo, cuckoo. Cuckoo de loco.
Yeah, like that boy that killed that black boy.
That ill. That's ill the Merc or something.
He built him with a sharp thing. His own mama and sister and them tried to hurt the little handicapped uncle and everything.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? This is Immortal Mortals. Check it out.
I wanted to point out that I know when people first found out about carbonation, when he first came out, when he was still melanation and all that crap, a lot of people believed in his movement because it made sense, right? A black person going to the tropics, which we're really not from the tropics, but that's neither here or there. Just trying to start their own community, this, that, and the third, whatever. Okay, cool. I mean, it started off quotation innocent, right? Even though I know that it was never innocent because he clearly made a video before going to the. So this is just to point out that they all start off innocently, right? They all have these followers that believe in them, right? Because everything they're saying makes sense and makes them feel good. But then the more people that pay them attention, that gives them money, that just completely gives up control to them, they take that as a power trip. So what was once probably innocent has now turned sinister. There's a lot of very good videos. I wouldn't say good videos. There's a lot of videos out there talking about Hazma in such a great light.
Hello. It was never innocent. Because if it was innocent, it would have stayed innocent. That's like some money don't change everybody. But it changed people really fast. If you was a... I hope Nicole don't hear this, but she blow me up and stuff.
No comment.
I don't care. I mean, I care and stuff, but I'm going in the closet. Don't worry about it. I'm going in the closet.
No, it was never innocent, and they were never treated right. As soon as they came, he hurried up and changed the narrative.
Who?
Nature Nut. As soon as they got there, they was searched and everything like they was some kind of criminal.
Yeah, because he's worried about somebody getting him in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he took all. He made sure you don't have nothing to contact nobody or do anything or anything.
Mm-hmm.
They take everything from you. They take care of your identity. They take everything. And this never was innocent.
Nope, it was never innocent because as you see and as we show in his early videos, the man had a plan already. The man had the plan. He just was waiting to get up
He said he was
the donations and stuff from people so he can go. He already knew he wanted to go. He just needed you guys' money. Yeah, here she go. But Nicole don't never speak on her though.
I didn't do nothing. I'm taking my phone out my purse. Hush.
I didn't say what was the noise. I'm just saying, just couldn't be me.
You heard some
or you just couldn't be me. Nicole was speaking upon it real quick.
You heard that little crunching, and you thought I was crunching.
No, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying, if it was me, Nicole would have put me in the closet. I'm just saying.
Hey, coffee, wine, and water.
Yeah. That your boy started cult leaders. Years before. Exactly. This was already so. When people keep thinking, "Oh, it started out innocent," and that's not when I went there.
Yeah.
You know, when I went there, y'all fooling yourselves. Y'all was always part of the plan. Y'all were always part of the plan. Y'all just didn't know it. Y'all thought y'all was gonna swing from the trees, but all that was always a game.
He is an awesome individual. Go down this dark alley, and they live there. They're no longer in the light. As a mission, as self-improvement. Who is Hazma Ahmad? Hazma is a YouTuber that was born in 1997 in the UK. Who makes content based on self-help, productivity, fitness, and relationships. He actually has over 100,000.
Let's see who Hazma is.
And he has a cult following consisting of mostly teenagers. Hazma sells mentorship and coaching programs. His credentials. On his website, There's no mention of his educational background, where or what he studied at university. It's believed he studied psychology, unknown whether he graduated or not. Either way, his credentials are missing, and his site is just filler content of storytelling with the whole before and now narrative. But that doesn't mean he can't be self-taught on stuff and know stuff, right? Sure, but you're going on a whim to trust some guy in his mid-20s without any scientific background. He isn't some meditation guru or relationship expert. Sure, he has an above average physique, but that doesn't make him a fitness expert or a nutrition expert.
Mm-hmm.
Great football players don't always make great managers. Don't get me wrong, they of course can, but the point is being a great player has no effect on being a great manager. As for his credibility with attracting women, he claims to have hooked up with a lot of girls from clubs, bars, and pubs. While that is definitely plausible, especially considering the locations, still
he got a guide for being a teenager. Ain't that something?
Girlfriends. Now I know it's not easy to show evidence of hookups, but he could at least show the many Tinder matches blurred out that he claims to have get regularly.
He going after kids for
I
real.
need to prove that to you. Sure, but this is to do with your credibility and the stuff that you claim. This is Hasma.
Mm-hmm. That's what he used to. He gonna tell you how to be a teenager. We're gonna get to that next because we want to hear about Hasma. Hasma, who the hell are ya? But we want to find out. Hi, Hamza. Mm-hmm. Look at this before and after. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He probably had some of them damn. He probably had a BBL and stuff, like the women. Mm-hmm. Probably had BBLs. Now it says treat everyone with respect. Absolutely something. No NSFW. Oh, I've seen. Okay, this includes. Okay, no spam, promotion, server invites, whatever. Try to keep messages in the appropriate channel. Do not self-promote your content unless you are cult disciplined. Well, whatever.
Now what you can do is change the setting to watch it at 1.5 times speed just to go quicker. We're going to do something different. I'm going to bring you onto my computer screen. So Sam, can we get a nice editing effect, transition effect? So there's a couple of stages that we're going to go through, and we're going to start with just stage 1. I'm copying Alex Becker, by the way. This is how I got his idea. So stage 0, we're going to start with, and you've already passed this one, but this stage is the pre-self-improvements / Hamza stage. So this is like when you were unaware of me / or you were unaware of self-improvement. But obviously, you've already went past this stage. So good, man. Good on you. Now, stage 1, you may be here. So stage 1 is the self-improvement struggle. SIS, the self-improvement struggle. This is that main rut of depression, of doing all the bad habits. This is one of the worst places to be in life, because at this point, you know about self-improvement. You've been binge watching maybe my content, Andrew Kirby's and Better Ideas and Matt Diavella and all the YouTubers. And so you know exactly what you're missing out on. You just can't seem to grasp it. So I was in this stage about a year ago when I was smoking weed every single day. I was just...
That's gonna be so like the boyfriend. Take your ass in the closet.
Okay, bye,
Take
Nicole.
your ass in the closet. Go in the closet.
Bye, Nicole. That's
yeah, he
it.
got BBLs and stuff. Yes, it is. He at least could present by PowerPoint.
Jacking off like 6 times a day on 4chan. I was binge eating every single day. My mental health was fucked up. I was spending all day, every day on the computer just watching YouTube videos. And I think you're probably going to be able to relate to me. Either you've experienced this before or you've already went out of this stage, which is fantastic, so we can move on. Stage 2 is where it starts to work. You know, you struggled at first. You were unable to get just about into it for whatever reason.
Nehemiah.
At this stage,
Hey,
stage 2, you've changed a few
Welcome.
things and it actually starts to work. You see very, very small progress. At this stage, most people's mindset is the biggest problem, and they won't admit or feel or know that they are actually consistent, usually because of the ego. And so, you know, they're watching my videos, they're watching everyone's videos, and we're all saying on YouTube, like, yeah, we meditate every single day. And so in stage 2, after you've just been through stage 1, the self-improvement struggle, the depression period, let's say you start meditating. You want to meditate every day, obviously, but let's say you start meditating and you only get about 3 days a week. At this point, it's your mindset that's the biggest problem, because with 3 days a week, you think you're a bit of a failure. So this is the stage where you're going through those up and downs, that roller coaster of existence video that I made. This is that stage. And so you're making progress. And we know for a fact, if you just stay with it, with a good mindset, you will get to the next stages. But many guys, because of those big downs, might actually quit from here. So if this sounds realistic to your situation, you're feeling like you might be in stage 2, you've been seeing a bit of progress, but it's nowhere near the level that you want, and you do feel these up and down days, this is probably the current stage that you are. And I'll even draw like the roller coaster. That's what it feels like at this stage. We're getting through these quite quickly because I don't want to waste your time.
I joined a cult. Yep, that's right. So I joined a cult, specifically Hamza, the YouTuber's cult, and I can say that I'm so incredibly proud that I did. Why, you might ask? Because I got into self-improvement. While a lot of these spugs come home and they watch porn, they play video games, or just eat junk food and generally have no direction in life, you have the members of Hamza's cult, people who want to be like Adonis, who go home and want to meditate, they want to journal or gratitude journal, they have big goals and ambitions for themselves. They go out running, they lift weights, they have passions and projects that they really want to pursue, that they're passionate about. Now, I just want to say that I'm far from perfect, completely. Here is my NHS anxiety and depression score, as well as my true happiness score from the course of the science of well-being.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, my overall happiness score is definitely nowhere near where I want it to be. However, I'd say since joining the cult, I have increased my happiness tenfold, as well as just been so much more consistent in my habits and my goals, and finding that I'm actually progressing in areas of life. Instead of gaining skills just on video games, I'm now actually gaining skills in real life. Now, in terms of progress on Hamza's cult kind of scale thing, if we go for, he's got stage 2, which is the start of self-improvement, when you're starting to find yourself actually building up these habits. And you've got stage 3, which is flow, where you're actually starting to see progress in your habits. I'd probably say that I'm between stage 2 and stage 3. And then you've also got stage 4, which is self-actualization, and stage 5, which is recruitment. Now, like I say, I am far from where I want to be. There's so much more that I want to achieve, so much more that I want to do before, actually being satisfied with where I am in life. However, the reason that I'm so proud to have joined Hamza's cult is because instead of being here on the stepping stone of these stages, I'm now about maybe here, even though I've got all the way up here to go. I'm, getting there. I feel like I actually have a direction in my life right now. I don't feel completely directionless. I feel as though I actually have a path. So I just want to say, you should join Hamza's cult too. It is something that you want to do. So Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.
Don't join it. If you're in it, leave. Why? Because I want you to start your own cult. Why do you want to be a disciple of Hamza? Is Hamza your God? Why do you want to be a disciple of Hamza? Hamza could have helped you. He could have helped you so much. He could have changed your whole life. But why does he have to be your leader? Why can't you be your own leader? Why do you need to be Hamza's little bitch? Start your own cult, bro. I'm not telling you, oh, you should hate on Hamza. We all love Hamza. Self-improvement. He's renovated, revolutionized self-improvement. He's made it so accessible to all these people who are so far in the instant gratification, the whole Jeffrey lifestyle. But if you've reached a level of success in your self-improvement journey, you don't need to be in Hamza's cult. You can start your own. I guarantee you, there's going to be so many people who don't really relate to Hamza, but they relate to you. So some people could argue saying, oh, I can have my own cult while being in Hamza's cult. I could be like a little subsection. And here's why I disagree with it. It's going to instill, if that's even a word, it's gonna force you to think that you're always inferior to Hamza. That you need Hamza to be alive for you to prosper. But that's simply not the case. Get rid of the middleman. Why do you need Hamza there? For example, with the red pill. If you've been on the red pill, you sort of reach a point where you feel confident enough, which you don't need to keep watching all these red pill YouTubers. You don't need to keep reading on it on the Reddit and all that stuff. You've reached a level of I can't even, there's a specific word, but I can't tell you right now. But oh yeah, you've become self-sufficient on self-improvement. Same way you become self-sufficient on red pill. Same way you become self-sufficient in your workouts. You don't need to watch any educational videos about the gym, how muscle building works, because you become self-sufficient. Red pill, you've become self-sufficient. You know what you like, you know what you dislike. You don't need any more. You understand. The same with self-improvement. You don't always need to watch Hamza. And that is dangerous. If you always watch Hamza, you're just going to be in his shadow. You're not going to be able to surpass him. And the goal isn't to be alongside Hamza. The goal is to beat Hamza. Hamza is part of the competition. Don't get it twisted. Hamza is part of the competition. He might be helping you, but you're still gonna have to defeat him. Like, think of it. He's like the final boss. Sure, he's like the whole teacher. It's like Sifu. If you've seen that game, yeah. I'm not a gamer, but I just know of the game. But like just the traditional, like, oh, the student beats the master. That's gonna be us. Don't join Hamza's cult. Make your own. Once you're self-sufficient on self-improvement.
Why would you just want to make a cult?
You don't need Hamza.
We don't need no cults, damn it.
Why do you need Hamza? Hamza's not your god.
We don't need a god. We don't need a cult. We don't need none of their damn buff.
That's what I have to say. Thank you, guys. Remember, we were meant to be better.
A high-value woman. Of course you want to have a high-value woman in your life. But I know a lot of people that I be seeing on these group chats, these Hamza cult group chats on the comment section, their priorities are not in check. They keep complaining about, oh, women are hoes. I want a female do this for me, a female do that.
The question is, are they sending Hamza all their money? So basically go from red pill to red pill. They all red pills. That's Moose's new boyfriend. So the Hamza is Solar new boyfriend. The other guy's Moose's new boyfriend. Oh my God, girl, you should have a show yourself. You know how to put these people together. He brainwashed, telling people to create their own cult. Thank you. Something isn't right with him. He's speaking nonsense. There's all them crazy as hell. And we're going to be covering all these crazy as hell cults and all these crazy as hell groups. And all of this, we're going to be covering a lot of these things. We're going to be covering all these crazy things that's in this universe, because people got to think about it. People got to think about it. It does sound right, but people should think about it. How about that? Yeah, that's better. It don't just affect children. It affects older people too. It depends on where you are in your life and you hit a run. And some people, it's sad to say that a lot of people have their own problems. So when you hit a run and you can't go to your friends or your family, they find these people. They find these people because they understand life. They understand life and they understand people weaknesses. Like people, complexion may be a weakness. So for them, they may talk about, bleaching yourself. People body image may be a weakness. So they're going to sell you, getting the BBMs and BBLs or whatever the hell you call it. And then people know weight is an issue. How people feel about themselves is an issue. People want to make money overnight is an issue. People want to get rich. All of these things, people don't understand that it takes hard work, but people, like I keep telling you, everybody want a shortcut. Everybody want a shortcut. You're never going to get a shortcut. You're not going to get it. Because it doesn't matter what you learned from them. You still have to age and mature. You have to age and mature, and other things are going to hit you in life. You never have a problem solved in life. Soon as you solve one problem, here come another one. Because soon as you come the best you could be, now next thing you know, now you're older. Now you're complaining. Oh, my legs don't work the same. My knees don't work the same. Oh, my back hurt. Oh, arthritis is kicked in. Oh, I got inflammation. There's always going to be something new and something different. Sometimes you just got to ride, baby, you got to ride this life out. You have to ride this life out. As soon as you think, oh, I've done so much better and my grades are so much better and this, something else comes. They all have some sort of voids in their life. They are looking for a sense of belonging to something or someone. That's another one too. All the above. But these people know these things. They know people are looking for belonging. They know that's why a lot of people want to join these cults. They need friends. They want to feel like they're a part of something, just like people always join cults. They join groups. They join missions, and they join. It's just like when you feel like I want to do something powerful in life, and these people are doing something powerful, just like the Panthers or the this or the that. People always have to join something. They don't understand that if everybody just sit home and work and don't spend their money, where they can do a lot of things can be done quietly. But some people, I have to join this revolution. Yes, I could say I was part of this. But they don't tell you all that goes into it. How much money you have to spend and all this other stuff.
But I don't think so. I'm not at the point where I want to be yet. You know what I'm saying? Physically, I'm not really the best I could be right now.
Well, you can't punch.
I'm not the best I could be right now, etc., etc.
Your punching sucks.
And put yourself in a woman's position, in a woman's shoes. If a woman's looking at you, if you're on the outside looking at yourself, would you penetrate yourself? When you say, oh, wow, I want that, man. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with ourselves as men, you feel me? You can't just be saying, oh, nah, man, you females should love you. No. You have to be honest with ourselves. Is your hygiene good? Some of y'all be focusing on females and saying, oh, females are hoes, females are this, females are that, females don't like me. Do you still fat? Are you still on the hood? Are you struggling to go 9 days on no fat? These are things you have to be real with yourself. Don't be worrying about a female. Don't be worrying about all of these other things if you can't even go 7 hours without fapping.
It was a person.
Female, etc. If you can't even see your own ding-a-ling because your belly too big. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but we have to have tough love. We have to be real with ourselves. I saw this quote that one of my homies, my female friend sent me. Well, not sent. I saw in the story and was like, yeah, we need to make a video on this. For real. You know what I'm saying? Because some guys out here just be tripping. Be saying that these females be entitled. I deserve the best. Some males be entitled too. Like, you haven't really done anything yet. You haven't really achieved what you want to achieve. You're not in the position you want to be. If I was to ask some of these guys, are you in the position you want to be? They're going to say no. If you was to ask me, am I in the position that I want to be? I'm going to tell you no. I'm getting there. I'm striving there, but I'm not there right now. Until I get to that position, my priorities are not on females. That should be your mindset too. I'm trying to get to a certain point. I'm trying to be physically a certain way. I'm trying to have this YouTube channel popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a successful boxer, etc. I've got many plans. But until then, my focus is not on females. A lot of y'all be getting distracted. You're focusing on the females. Like, what do females like? Females don't like this. Females like me for sure. Get black pill. You have to focus on you. You have to be real with yourself. You have to make sure your habits are good. You have to make sure you love yourself. You have to make sure you can take care of yourself. If you are still big and puffy, you got a big belly, you can't go 7 days without fapping. You're struggling to motherfucking talk to people. You have social anxiety. You're nervous around females. You shouldn't be focusing on females. You should focus on getting yourself together first.
He doesn't know the damage that she's done.
Stop chasing certain females in the nightclub who will serve you no purpose. If you really want a high quality female, the males watching, you have to become high quality first. I know we be saying females be entitled, but some of us males be entitled too. We say, why can't I have this? You have to work for it, man. You have to work. You have to put in the work. You have to become better each day. I'm not saying just become better each day for a female, although it's biologically, naturally, we do that anyway. What I'm saying is, focus on yourself to become a better version of yourself, so you can look in the mirror and say, if I was gay, I would hit that.
With Botoxed videos and perfectly manicured characters, I think Hamza is appealing to a lot of people because he's so vulnerable and tries to be authentic, which just appeals to so many people and helps them feel like this is somewhere they can go and be understood. And by being more vulnerable with people, it makes them trust him more. Honestly, for me, I'm still a little skeptical about him, but I can't discredit all the help that he's giving young men and guiding them to live better lives. My only hope is that young men don't start to go too harsh on themselves and think, if I'm not like this, then I am shit. And I don't think that's going to be a healthy place to bring up young men either. I think there needs to be a bigger discussion about your own version of success might not be Adonis. Your own version of success might be whatever. But as long as you're happy in that success, then forgo what others think about it. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Whether or not I think he's a scam, I don't think so. But crazier things have happened, and I think it's very interesting to keep on watching what he's doing. I think he is doing a good thing at the moment, and I'm interested to see his journey.
Thanks for watching, guys.
How cults operate now.
Now, I want to see what he has to say about the teenagers. I want to see what he got to say. And I want to see what he got to say. A full guide to being a teenager. Let's see what he got to say.
That there are natural ways to overcome.
And scrolls on social media. He sits in his bedroom all day watching dumb YouTube videos. He refuses to eat his mom's cooking and instead eats low-quality processed junk food. He plays video games and he doesn't care about his physical or his mental health. Adonis has fond memories when he looks back at his teenage years. Young Adonis conquered the playground.
Spent
He spent
time
time
in
in
nature,
nature,
away
away
from
from
the
the distractions of
technology.
technology. He read books, he learned, he explored, and all of that developed Adonis into the man that he is today. This video is going to be your secret weapon. I highly, highly recommend for you to take your hand off the mouse or your phone and just let this video play out in order. When you follow this video, your older self is going to look back at you today and be grateful for the efforts that you put in. So get ready to take action. This is a practical video. This isn't a normal YouTube video where you watch and you feel productive like those fucking study motivational videos that you're watching. Jordan Peterson's life advice will change your life. Shut the fuck up, bro. This isn't like one of those videos. This is almost like a course that you're going to follow for the next 1.5 hours or so to improve your life. There's going to be moments where I say, okay, this is the practical step. If you want this video to help you, you have to have total adherence to what I say. You have to be able to trust me. And so we're going to start small. Drop down right now and do 5 push-ups. Even if you have to do them on your knees. This is a test to see if you're actually going to follow along to this video. If you're not going to do that, click off. This video is not for you. 5 push-ups. I hope you've done them.
Thank God I'm
10
not
times your
following
goal.
you.
That's what we're going to do. Whatever the thought you originally have, 10 times it. You want to make $500 a month from some random business in the next year? Aim for 5,000. See that top one? 5 million. By the end of 2023, 500k in July next year to 1 million by the end of next year. And by the end of next year, my income is going to be 100k a month. So we want you to set a visionary, motivational goal for every area that you want to improve, especially with things like work and relationships and fitness. Write those down, exactly what you want. And don't be shy about it. With relationships, literally set the vision, set the goal. Like you want to date your perfect 10, the most like perfect woman that you can think of that you want. That's what your fucking goal is. Now you should have a list of goals. Mine are right there, and it's about different areas of your life. Next, you're going to write up weekly performance goals. So these are kind of like what you're going to do per week to make progress to that big thing. And here's mine. Those extra pages to the side right there. Let's move on to the second part of the fundamental, which is your mental health. Now, everything in your life is determined by your mental health. You really, really need to take that seriously. Your productivity, your discipline, your willpower, your ability to not jack off. All of it's just your brain. Now, imagine if we could improve that. This is so profound that if you could improve your mental health, which is not even that difficult, you will improve literally every other part of your life at once. And so I've recommended this a bunch of times on my channel. I will link the NHS mental health test below. It takes like literally 2 minutes. You can go to the link right now. So now you should have taken this test. Remember, if you don't take the practical steps as we go along, this video is not going to work for you. You're not going to get another chance at this. This is literally the chance right now. Go to the link in the description, take that test.
Ain't doing your damn test.
It's literally like the UK's National Health Service, because you should have 2 scores, one for depression and one for anxiety. Now you know where you're at in terms of your mental health, and it's very, very worthwhile to note it. And now for either depression or anxiety, if you scored more than a couple points, let's say 5 points, it's going to be a pretty significant impact on your life, your day-to-day life. And I know that sounds scary. It's probably sounds a little bit overwhelming, but I want you to just reframe your mind. If you have scored fairly high on this, be grateful that you know now. So if you did score high on that test, there's 2 reasons why. One is trauma, and the other is that you're not behaving like a natural.
He tried to talk to me, and then he showed a belt somebody swinging with. Oh Lord,
we gotta see what that is. Where he's trying to be a cult leader on that little ass bed. That's what I was like. What happened to your dreams? You in that little room, you putting stuff on the wall. That's some terrible, terrible, terrible wallpaper. But you know, if it makes you feel better, if it makes people. But I do agree with that part. People do need to get their mental state evaluated.
At 14 and 15?
Huh?
At 14 and 15 years old? My goodness.
I think at any age, because we don't know who's been through. You know, but I don't think they should do it on their own. But I don't know if he was referring to 14 and 15, but they still are teenagers. But I wasn't referring to teenagers. I was just saying people. Oh, he got the bed ready for solar. But I do think that a lot of people don't get. It don't even have to be your mental state, but I mean, far as if you want to, we all been through things. We all been through things, and some people just cope with it until the day they transcend. They never fix themselves, or they never saw the light at the end of the tunnel, or they never. Huh?
I get it.
I'm not talking to you, boss. I'm talking to the
I
people.
know. I get what you're saying about the situation. I know that.
Oh. So I mean, some people never. So I think that, but not to whereas you're doing it for these cult people where they would know. Just like Nature Boy does he likes to read your chart, but for what? You reading my chart for what? Doesn't matter what's in my chart if I still have to serve you. I still got to serve you. You still not going to deal with me according to my chart. And if my chart says all these beautiful things, it doesn't matter because I'm still serving you. So if people reading their chart, I mean, their mental status, if it's going to serve him, then it doesn't matter. You should do that on your own. Like when you say, I done had enough. I done had enough. I want to be happy. But that's something you should do on your own. On your own. You know? Even if you do want to do your astrological, that's something you should do on your own. But your mental status to me is a little bit more important because you need to know how you deal with stuff. You need to manifest a bigger head. So you need to know how you deal with stuff. Like, are you over your childhood? You know, I don't know how traumatic, some things are really traumatic to people. And if you don't check it, I think the younger you check it, the better. Or maybe a parent should I think a parent should take the questions and then ask their children them questions without, like, how do you feel about this? And how do you feel about that? And then a parent would can get a better, this is what's going on with my child. I think I should take my child to get help or something like that, But I think parents should get these tests themselves and don't tell your kid it's a test. Don't tell your kid it's a test. Tell your kid just asking them like certain questions. But you got to remember, if you're the one that's causing the abuse, or if your children are scared of you in any way, form, and fashion, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because they're going to be scared that if they say something, you're going to retaliate. It may not be with the getting abused or something like that, but if you never fought that that type of thing where they can talk to you freely, they're not going to talk to you freely. If you are the abuser, they're not going to talk to you freely. But if you think that you have a good relationship with your kids and y'all do have some type of conversation, then getting these certain tools and asking your kids will work for you. It will work for you. Sometimes parents are, depending on what age bracket you are, they don't play. They don't play at all, is what I say, and that's it. What I say when I say that's it, don't play. So you're not going to get the correct answers out of your kids. You're not, because all the answers will be to please you. Because they don't want to say the truth, and then it goes left from there. And a lot of parents would be floored by the answers that the young people have when a kid knows that they are in a safe place. Yep. Or get a friend to ask, or a family member to ask, but whoever they can trust, that they feel they can be honest with. Because it's a shame that we have to be honest to these people that we don't know. And it's a shame that these kids feel more safer with these people they don't even know to even tell them. Yes, all people need mental health evaluations. With all this wickedness, everywhere you look, it's trauma. Yeah, it's trauma. It's trauma. But like I said, if you're an adult, I think that you should take it on your own. Maybe it's things that you need to work with yourself. But again, if you are set in your ways, it's not going to work. If you are set in your ways, but you have an open heart and it's something that you want to do, then it might work for you. But make sure it's done within you, within you and your compound, and where you not to people you see on YouTube telling you to do this and do that. But like I said, that I couldn't agree with. And we're going to be doing more work on that too.
Human would do. So let's talk about trauma first. When we experience something like really painful or scary, especially when we're children, abusive parents, you've had parents who shout, just parents or teachers who just shout at you, that is traumatic. This is your caregiver. Imagine if they scream at you, that shocks the love and attachment inside of you to make you feel like you're not loved, to make you feel like you've always got to be worried, to not scare. You know, the person who's giving you love, who's giving you care, if they're shouting or being aggressive towards you, that is so scary in like our childlike lizard brain, because it thinks, wait, this is the person who feeds me, this is the person who takes care of me. If they don't like me, if they're like, they're being aggressive towards me, I'm going to die. That's essentially what it feels like when your parent shouts at you. That's why it's so painful, especially when you're a child, when your parent screams. What if you see something traumatic in your brain? You will feel that same pain. You will relive that same fucking nightmare. And not only is it just emotionally painful, but it physiologically alters stuff to be so detrimental to your health. You always have like a sense of stress if you've experienced trauma. Now we'll teach you exactly what to do to improve this. But
what do you mean, oh my God?
Because he's talking about having parents that stress you out so bad. What is this dude talking about?
No, I'm sorry. I have to agree with that too. But that depends on the child. That depends on the child.
Turn it down.
That depends.
Don't
on
do
the
the fork on my good pots, boy. I'll crack your brain.
You see that? And he just was talking about that. What do boss lady do? Crack his brain. Have mercy.
Girl, he's scraping my stirring that pot with my good pot with the damn metal fork. Yeah.
Someone put up on that. No, but sometimes, yeah, because
he talked too fast too.
He talked too fast, but I don't know if it's an accident. He talk a mile a minute. But no, but I'm saying though, these things are real. These things are real. He haven't said anything yet that is incorrect. He haven't said anything yet that's incorrect. Now, if he would have added, yelling at your kids, but also giving them love and hugs and kisses or whatever, a child will know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, we all going to yell at a kid. That is not going to happen. When yes, come here, Johnny. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've been such a terrible boy today. And yes, I know we're like ninja, but a child, you have to balance it. So I don't know if he's going to say that next, but it's only trauma when there's no love involved and there's no hugs involved, there's no I love you involved, and boy, don't make me yell at you, So kids get yelled at all the time, but when you balance it out and they know it's not abuse because you're not beating them, you're not doing all this busting his head like boss lady said.
I ain't finna bust a grape in Lodi.
But he got solo on his mind. But in all reality, like I said, if you have to balance it, because we're going to yell. It's going to happen. Now, it is what it is. But do every child have to get yelled at? No, some kids don't do nothing and get yelled at. He opened up a psychology book for 5 minutes and now he's trying to teach. Well, that could be true. That could be true. But like I said, I haven't seen anything that he said wrong. But I will say, the yelling part, hey, as long as you do it with a balance, because I don't know no parent who has not yelled at a child. I don't know no parent who haven't yelled at they damn pet babies, their fur babies. Neither. Matter of fact, where is Carter? And that little bitch. Oh, he must be in the room. Good, because he be coming out here, but we all yell at our pets and our kids, things we do. It's just that's. But like I said, if it's out of love, it is what it is. Some people may say don't yell at them at all. That's your thing, but that's not really real.
There is that second aspect of having bad mental health. You probably had high in the depression or anxiety. And the second aspect was that you don't live like a healthy, natural human. With modern technology, with social media, we're constantly getting told, no, look, here's someone who's got a six-pack. You don't have a six-pack. Oh, there's another guy who's got a six-pack, and this guy's got a fit girl next to him, and this guy's got another girl. Like, we spend all of our time inside on these screens, and you're literally like a victim of this right now. I've used certain tactics to keep you watching. I've made you invest into this video. My name's Hamza, and I help men with their self-improvement. But honestly, the truth is this is my fucking business, and I need you to keep watching so I can pay the bills. So I learn how to keep up people's attention by saying certain words, and to make you invest in a certain way, and to look at you in a certain way, and to portray myself in a certain way with this that I wear, the jewelry and everything. It's all calculated, and I'm new to this game. If there's one thing that's helped me the most, it was what's called dopamine detoxing. And dopamine detoxing is about taking a step back from the modern world, from modern technology. And it was a beautiful experience. And I'm actually finding it tricky to go back into it now. For so long, I was like the monk of us. I was the guy who wasn't watching YouTube. I was the guy who was living internet free. I'm struggling with this now. So I hope that you can understand how severe this is. A very beautiful piece of advice that I could give you right now to improve your mental health. Get back into nature. Consistently go for a run inside of nature. Every single run that you go, every single time you get into nature, you pick out your favorite leaf and you take a picture of it and you bring it home. Just that sense of literally just find your favorite leaf or flower and bring it.
I ain't finding no damn leaf, but go ahead.
Home, I think just would add so much love for the world that we don't do anymore. We don't look at the leaves anymore. There's a 100% correlation between how much you actually look at the leaves and look at the trees, you truly look at them, and how good you feel. And the majority of people don't look at leaves. Majority of people don't do it, and majority of people are depressed. Another thing that you can do to improve your mental health, which would really, really help with trauma, is meditation. And I know that you probably feel
meditation ain't for everybody. I'm gonna skip through this because if y'all want to watch the whole thing, y'all could go check out Hamza.
Realize that you were in that daydreaming thinking state. It's more important now than ever, because all of that technology is making our mindfulness.
Hey, Jess.
So just keep showing up to the meditation session every morning. It will start to change your life, and you'll be able to report back. The final part of this mental side is your mindset, and there's one very important mindset that you need to achieve everything here, and it's called the growth mindset. I highly recommend that maybe outside of this video you do more thinking and more researching about this. Now, the growth mindset, in short, the belief that skill and intelligence can be developed just with effort, that you can achieve whatever you want as long as you put your mind to it. And I'm living proof that the growth mindset really works. So let's move on now to the third part of the fundamentals, which is the physical side. This is the time to focus on your fitness. Whilst everyone else is making the excuse oh, I'm too tired, I don't want to, it's going to take too long, it takes too long, I don't have time. You're going to be the one who actually puts in the effort, and the results will show. People will respect you if you build this body. People won't respect you if you look like a fucking boy. You need to be built like a fucking man. And when you're a teenager, that is the best time to start on your fitness journey. Fitness, and especially building a muscular, attractive body, is your secret weapon, because this is something that not only do you have 100% control over, it's actually something that overlaps into every other area of your life. If you want to be good with girls, and we're going to talk about girls in a second, don't worry. But if you want to improve your mental focus, your clarity, your productivity, if you want to get higher grades, if you want to make more friends, if you want people to respect you, if you want to make more money, all of that will come from just looking better, looking stronger, looking more muscular. A lot of teenagers I speak to get too overwhelmed with this, and that's probably why you haven't started. If you knew it,
you gotta look muscular and stuff that make money. I confused. I told y'all meditation ain't for fun. He said you gotta get some muscles to make some money. Well, you gotta look better to make some. You know what? You gotta look better for yourself. If you choose to look better for yourself, sometimes nothing is wrong with you. Sometimes just you is enough. Just you is enough. But don't tell people you don't have to do all these different things to sell yourself. Because see, when you do that, they're right. More attractive people do earn more, at least for women. I'm glad you said that, Jess. That's if you choose to work for other people. But if you choose people to have a boss mentality, for men, taller men typically become promoted. That again, that's if you choose to work for other people. Now, if you keep, like, when I have my kids, not my biological, but I work with kids, I always put them in the head for boss mentality. I teach them how to network, how to get out there and speak to your people in your community, the people, your lower level politicians, because I want their mind to work. I want their mind to work. A lot of these kids have a lot of they're very creative. They have good ideas. Like, you can always start off working for people to get your feet wet, but your main focus is, like, if you're going to be a lawyer, your main focus is let me go through this and how do I work to get my own office, like my own law firm. Your job is not to stay working for people. And if you don't like how you are treated in some way, form, or fashion, then you would be the ones that would treat somebody good when they come in for a job. If you're doing it for success is going to come regardless. If you have the mindset for it. But I never tell people, because I don't want people to feel bad about their life at no point in time, because that sets in depression. That sets in depression. That sets in doubt. That sets in, I'm smarter than her, but I can't do because I don't look like her. So then now your mind goes into trying to look like that person, and you might be doing it for all the wrong reasons. You might get operations for all the wrong reasons. So now a lot of people don't make it off them operating tables. A lot of people do not make it off them operation tables. Now, once you feel better and stuff, you're going to automatically start eating better and looking better. But no, I teach my kids, you're going to be a boss. Even in the legal field, I worked with a lawyer, and she was in the gym so that she could progress in the field and getting favor with the judges. See, people can do, Jessica, is nothing wrong with that, sweetie. People can do that. I just don't promote it. I promote doing that for yourself, because you don't want these illnesses that come with being obese. You don't want the illnesses of coming with you can't walk, your knees are bad, the inflammation, the diabetes. See, if I'm gonna push it for far as health wise. Like, you should do this for your health, not because I want to. No, you got a lot of big mamas, so you would have to say no big women are wealthy to say that you have to look good for anything. A lot of these big obese people, and that's even down to men. A lot of these obese people, they mind, a lot of them is highly intelligent, and they get to where they want to get to in life. It's all who you meet. And if somebody needs your services, see, that's the thing. You may be skinny, you may look good, you may dress good, but if my services are better than your services, like if I know if somebody do something and who you want to save you, the best person for now people ain't gonna treat ain't nobody gonna treat me no way because I'm big. That the last sentence, everybody gonna treat me no type of way, period. I don't care what I look like, good day, bad, and make it so bad. I say that because I used to do experiments on myself. I used to do experiments. Some days I used to see the attention that I get when I should be dressed up, and I see the attention that I get when I'm not dressed up. And you know, my weight always go up and down, up and down, up and down. But then I said to myself, you're going to speak to me regardless. You're going to give me your attention regardless, because I have a lot to offer, and you're going to want what I have to offer. I had to strike a balance. I want people to see me for what's in my mind, like my ideas, like what can I do? Can I perform the job? And then I made myself a boss. So I ain't really got to worry about all of that. But like I said, you'll know when you go out and stuff, once you get in places in life and you go out, then you're going to say, you know what? I want to trim this weight down. This weight got to go. I want to look nice in that dress. But you have to get to that point. But all this because how you treat it, you're going to treat me good. I don't know about all that. You're going to give my respect. I don't know about to treat it. And no. And then you have to remember, some people are big because number one, it's hereditary. Everybody's not big because of what they eat. Some people have like thyroid problems. Some people have different problems in their life that the weight they're big. It happens. But a lot of them is making their money. Them big girls be making that money. That's why you see all them men. You see, they ain't got no man shortage because they know big girls make that money. You be thinking them big girls have a man shortage. Them big girls don't have a man shortage because they know, damn, Big Mama got the money. More than your looks, your race plays the most. There is definitely pretty privilege. Like I said, I play both roles. And if I feel that I have to be privileged for somebody, I'm going to be my own boss. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to be my own boss. I may not make as much. I may not make as much, but it's all mine. It's all mine. It's mine. I mean, sometime in life is just life, but that's just something that pretty privilege and stuff. And then when you ain't pretty no more, then what? When you getting old, you ain't pretty no more, then what? Then you gotta go. Your next alternative is Botox and shooting your lips and shooting your chin and all this other stuff to stay pretty. You're gonna stay pretty for how long? Your hair start to thin. Now you gotta wear wigs all the time. You gotta wear makeup all the time. Like when does it stop? It's gonna stop. It's going to stop. No, I know it exists, but my job is to tell people to stop concentrating. That's why you get privileges when you can. I'm gonna get privileges now, Jessica. I'm gonna get it right now. I get it right now. Even though I put on this C word, weight and everything, I still get it right now. Right now. I've seen pretty girls, and that's some of them days when I used to throw that, you know me, I throw my little cap on in a second, my sweatpants on in a second. And I'd be like, I bet you, I be making them little pretty girls feel really bad. I make them feel bad. I go right over there and start talking to their man. And guess what? My conversation is more interesting. My conversation is more better. They may be looking at her, but I captivated his mind. So he's not going to walk away from me, but my conversation is so good. He's not going to walk away from me, even though she made me look better, dress better, got the better shape. But why didn't he go over to her? Why is he still over here talking to me? I'm telling you, it's a lot. If you know the game, you know the game. It's nothing but a game. I'm a realist too. And guess what? The most qualified depend on your services that you have. People gonna choose you regardless. People want, and I it's a game. It's a game. Cause see, if you look good and you don't have the gift of gab, or you don't know how to strike somebody's interest, all the thing they're gonna want from you is to sex you up. Ooh, that's one thing. I'd rather you go for her than come for me. I'd rather you go to her than come for me. And if I know that these people got these privileges, it's gonna be hell to pay. It's gonna be, let me not get a job because you pretty. It's gonna be hell to pay. Why? Because I'm smart. I'm smart. We're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have some what you say? We go to court. The problem that they don't always choose the one that's most qualified. I've been seeing plenty of folks hired for that's good for them, but then what? Then what? Can I just say sometimes difficult to get people to take you seriously because of pretty privileges? That's when I made the balance, Coffee. That's when I made the balance. No, we just commentating on him. And I'm tired of people telling people what you need to do to get it in this world, because then that takes your focus away from what you really need to do. I'm saying some of these things that are being said, it sends people into depression. It sends people to now some people start using these coping mechanism as maybe drugs or these things to take away, because you made them feel that they were not enough. So now they feel that they are not enough. And a lot of women go downhill trying to be like the next person. And even these pretty girls, they start going through depression too, because they know that, damn, I gotta keep hitting this gym, or I gotta wear this wig. You can wear wigs if you want to. I gotta wear makeup every day. Like, why can't I just be myself? Like, damn, I want that cookie. I want that cookie. So it swings both ways. It swings both ways. Exactly. They got plenty of insecurities, because you don't know why somebody wants you. You don't know why somebody wants you. I don't want to be in your office just because I make your office look good. Like, I went to school all of these years, right? I went to school. I got my high school diploma. I got my college degree, my business degree. Not me. I'm just talking my law degree or my doctorate degree. And you just want me here because I make your office look good? Like, F all the times I had to study to pass a test, F everything that I had to do to get where I'm at. You just picked me because I make your office look good. Yeah, like I said, I do promote it health wise. I promote it health wise because I've seen some people grow old and from not taking care of themselves. Like they're constantly at the doctor now. They're paying for it when they get older. They're paying for it. Like all the things that you shouldn't have ate before. Now you get older, guess what? You're not gonna be able to eat it. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but now you have to now you gotta pay for eating all them snacks and all that junk food and everything that you was not supposed to be eating. Now with the cholesterol, the high blood pressure, and all these things start taking a toll on you. Takes a toll on you. Because that's many years of abuse to your body. That's many years people abuse their body and don't even know. Because sugar is the number one drug. Sugar is the number one drug that it is. Hey, Tamika, how you doing, love? Sugar is the number one drug. Then you got starch, and then starch converts into sugar. You know, but people want to do what they want. People eat what makes them feel good or what tastes good. And then when you get older, you're going to realize now you have to eat for your nutrition. Like what's literally in the food? Like what vitamins are you getting from this food? What minerals are you getting? Is this healthy fats? So either way, everything gonna balance. I cringe when I see people adding a bunch of sugar to things. It's the most addictive. Yeah, I had to change up my eating habits now that I'm 42. I didn't mean to say that to everybody, but now that I'm of age, food affect, things. So, like I said, if you're going to do it like for health wise and to keep yourself healthy, yeah. But I'm not doing it to make your office look good. No. I love me some freshly baked bread with give me that instead of sweets. But don't forget, Lisa, starch turns into sugar. Starch turn into sugar. And then, guess what? If you look good, they want other people who look good too. And as soon as you thought you looked good and you was happy, and you was on cloud nine, the next thing you know, here come the next pretty girl. Here come the next pretty girl that's going to take your place. It's going to take your place. Now eat me some bread. I do a balance. I don't eat it as much, but I try to keep everything in a balance because when I do want something, I want to eat it. And I don't want my body to get shocked. Like when people don't eat meat no more. Yeah, I don't eat meat. Y'all, I'm missing out. No, that's on you. But some people who don't eat meat, some people don't eat red meat. Some people eat meat. Some people just eat fish. But the thing is, once you take it fully out of your system, and then when you want to taste it, you throw your whole system right back off. So I make sure that I eat a little bit of it here and there. Here and there, like every couple of weeks, yes, I'm going to have my starch. Well, I can't speak upon my candy, my little sweet stuff here and there. I got to have that. I ain't never giving that up ever. I just don't eat it like I used to. Like I don't eat my ice cream and all that stuff like I used to. Yeah, monetary my but I don't go to the extreme.
You just gotta eat little small portions.
Yeah, you gotta balance it, and yeah, exactly. Portion it and do that. But I'm not giving that up now. No, ma'am. I'm gonna eat what make me happy, but I know that it has to be in proportion.
Moderation.
It has to be in moderation. Yeah, but you got to remember how much sugar that's in fruit. And if you got diabetes, certain fruits spike your blood sugar. It spikes your blood sugar. Every fruit some fruit contains a lot of sugar. You just can't eat any fruit you want. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Y'all gonna hear my noise and nobody in the comments complain about it. But the people who watch the replay, they always, what's that noise in the back? I'm like, damn it.
I'm trying to find the remote to the television so I can see y'all on the big screen.
Huh?
I said I'm trying to find the remote to the television so I can see y'all on the big
Now,
screen.
even with the seafood, you gotta be extra careful with seafood. You gotta know what seafood to eat. Yeah, they do, but not on here when they watch the replay. I read everybody's comments. And not like I'm sorry to AC, damn it. But even with seafood, you gotta be very careful with seafood. Because some seafood has like people love lobster. It has no nutritional value. But people love it, but there's no nutritional value. And there's no nutritional value in lobster. There's no nutritional value. Very, very little nutritional value in shrimp. And you got to remember, some fish, you got to make sure you know where they got it from. Because a lot of times people like, oh, I go to the fish market, and somebody was like, no, go to the fish market and get your fish. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it from here because I can read where they got this fish from. When you go to fish markets, you may see the fish there. I don't like lobster only because of how it looks. I stopped to get mainly, but mercury levels is a thing. Exactly, I was getting ready to say, the mercury, gotta watch certain fish. The mercury levels is off the roof. And why? Because of pollution. We pollute everything. So anything you eat may cause a problem. Just like broccoli contains a lot of gas. People can't eat broccoli. Yeah, but which fish? Which fish? You got that sucker right. That Haagen-Dazs butter pecan, baby. Baby, that saves some people's lives too. Because, man, once I get that, I'm in heaven. But I treat myself here and there. I have to call my AC because I get hot. But I gotta have my butter. But something like I said, I treat now for me. It's just a treat. Oh, I love sea bass, but you gotta investigate where that sea bass is from. That sea bass is I came across sea bass by mistake because I thought I bought something else and bought sea bass. But that sea bass was really good. It was really good. I'm not talking about your seafood, but I'm saying when you get older, people have to realize that certain things has no nutritional value. Lobster has no nutritional value. Shrimp has no nutritional value. So we're eating these things but it's not really feeding our body. It's feeding our stomach. It's making us full. It tastes good, but it does absolutely nothing for our body. Nothing.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm. And then a lot of these fish markets that we go to, I don't eat anything plant-based because is red snapper good? I have never heard about it, but I wanted to try it. Red snapper is good, but you can always look it up, see how much mercury is in it, and you make sure that it's see the nutritional value that's in it. But I don't care for red snapper because it's too soft. I don't like that soft tasting fish. I don't like the soft tasting fish. And then there's a lot of bones. I don't like all
Give me
that
some of
fish.
that, some of that filet sole, that bass beef filet sole.
Yeah. Too many bones in those snappers, Lisa. Tell her. What you said, boss lady?
Some of that filet sole filet.
That's like tilapia.
Man,
It's a homegrown fish. It's not even a real damn fish. And
which
look at
one
this.
is it? Which one is not?
All the tilapia, because the tilapia is and you gotta realize what they feed is soybeans and
yeah, they farm them.
Even the ones that's not farmed, is a majority of all of them are farmed. And the stuff that they feed them, poo-poo and all that other type of stuff, and then you have them in an environment that's not their environment. So they all sitting there together, a bunch of them, and tilapia is really not good for you. Better off eating bacon than tilapia. Well, a lot of people like tilapia, but that's not a good fish, and there's no nutritional value.
Oh my goodness,
Tilapia.
coffee, wine, and water. Wait a minute, that's a big statement.
I never had a sick day in my life, but October 24th, between genetics, too much day drinking with friends, eating whatever I want. I'm an amazing cook. I was airlifted to the trauma hospital at 49. Yeah. Wild salmon is good, but you need to get it. You mean wild caught? Wild caught. She said unfarmed, wild caught. And then people gotta remember that nice pinkness that you see in salmon, that's a dye that they shoot in the salmon. That is a dye. It's not supposed to be that pink. When you see that nice pink salmon, you're like, yeah, and not knowing that's a good. And so that dye that's in that salmon, you're now eating that dye.
Yeah, cooking it and eating it.
So you have to be, anything that you eat, but you'll get there. The older you get, the more you're going to start studying your food. You're going to start studying your vegetables. Spinach is not for everybody. Cauliflower is not for everybody. Broccoli is not for everybody. Just like when you eat peas, you know how much starch is in peas? Now, people don't understand, even vegetables, certain vegetables, you have to eat in a small amount because it's a lot of starch. And if you have diabetes, that is going to spike your blood pressure. I love me some green beans too. That's like corn. You gotta be careful with corn. It's a lot of sugar that's in corn. Yeah, fruits is full of sugar. I don't know how we get here, but hey, you know how it is on this channel. We just go off. See, people who's watching the replay, maybe y'all don't see the chat, but I like to service the chat. I like to service the chat too, because we family. So sometimes come on in and become part of the chat, and we can get into your conversations too. Full of it. Fruits is full of sugar. Yes, ma'am. Real salmon is peachy. Yes, it really is. It's not.
You know that farmers, when they farm fruit, if they don't have a certain amount of sugar in it, they have to scratch the whole batch.
But corn has no nutritional value. You cannot digest it. It has a little, very little. It has very nutritional value, But you're absolutely correct. You cannot digest it. That's why when you go to the bathroom, even though you done chewed the heck out that corn, it still looks whole when it comes out of you. It still look whole. It still look whole. Like, I know I chewed it. But if you realize, that's why if you notice that with all this shortage that's going on, there is no shortage in shrimp. You know why? Because they know everybody wants their shrimp. And they also know that there's no nutritional value in it. Certain things that you know that it's not good for you, if you go in your supermarkets, there is not a shortage in it. There is not. Everywhere I go is shrimp, 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 shrimp. And tilapia, tilapia, tilapia. Knowing that there's no nutritional value. That's why when you see a lot of these seafood boils, why you think they add vegetables and stuff with the seafood boils? Because they know you ain't getting nothing out of that lobster and you ain't getting nothing out of that shrimp. So that's why they put the different vegetables and stuff with it. Corn is starch. I used to eat rice and corn together until I found out corn is starch. Yes, ma'am. Just like grits. Grits is corn. People don't even know that. It's like grated, like really soft. Hey, poultry. Walmart had no meat today. Okay.
That's deep.
Yeah. And like I said, all these things you can look up yourself. Sadly, almost everything we eat nowadays has nutritional value. I mean, that's why you have to do your best. And anything that you're gonna eat, yeah, but peas has a lot of starch. It has starch in it. And the only reason why I say these things because a lot of people who does have diabetes, they don't understand why their sugar keeps spiking when they stop eating sugar. Why does it keep going up but I stopped eating sugar? Now you know why. Carrots too. It would spike it up. It would spike your blood sugar right up. And then like I stopped eating cakes, I stopped doing this, I stopped doing that. And there you go. You know, some people have digestive issues. So sometimes maybe certain vegetables may not be good for you because it may give you nothing but gas. But I'm just saying, even if you buy organic, yes, man, where's the organic soil? And who's really checking? Well, organic just basically means they didn't spray too much that pet stuff, that pesticide. They didn't spray too much on it, but it's there. It's still sprayed on it, but not too much, and that's what organic means. Like, thank you. Whoop, you charge me an arm and a leg because there's less pesticide. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. But anything that you eat, find out what the nutritional value is. That's like they had everybody drinking soy, knowing that soy is fed to animals. It's animal feed. Why would you want to eat animal feed? And especially for the animals that's supposed to be eating grass, that's grass fed. These are grass fed animals, but you're feeding them soy. And also, soy has a lot of estrogen. It's nothing but estrogen. So now you have a lot of men and they're drinking soy milk and soy this, soy, not knowing that they're dropping their testosterone. The more they eat the soy, the more their testosterone goes down. So, like I said, anything that you eat, you want to just in moderation. Hey, Miss Leo, you want to do it in moderation, and you also want to start seeing, like, if I'm eating not my premenopausal tell, no soy. We're not supposed to have soy at all, Lisa. Not just you. We're not supposed to have soy at all. And then when people started finding out about that, then they stopped with the soy. I need to stay, baby, I need to stay away from it too, but I'm going to have, y'all already know, I'm going to have my ice cream. But in moderation, it's what you call a treat. I will treat myself. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to treat myself. At the end of the day, I'm not a health buff. My thing is I'm not a health buff, but my main thing is I want to get the nutrients. Now I can't say the nutrients that I need from the food. I'm gonna treat myself, baby. Yes, I am. But like I said, the main thing is you want to. Even if you're treating yourself here and there, it's okay. The main thing is when you eat on a regular, eat for your body. Eat for your body. You got kidneys that need nutrients. Your heart needs nutrients. Everything you need. You can make ice cream made with almond milk or cashew. Either way, if you can find other ways to treat yourself in a more healthier way, yeah. Purple peas. I never heard of that. But when you do go out there, don't get me wrong. Try, look your best. Look your best, shine, but make sure you feel good about it. But I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to sit up there and say be the way you want to be and it's okay. I'm not going to say that without saying there are health risks, and you want to work on that while you can still work on that. Don't be forced to have to work on it. That's just the point that I'm saying. Don't be forced. Don't be forced to have to do it. Because sometimes you can't fix it and you won't be stuck taking a lot of pills. Because you can't fix it. Once you got your arteries and stuff is but make sure you don't have, you gotta put an exclamation mark. Make sure you don't have no nut allergies first. Make sure you're not allergic to any nuts and stuff before she send you over to almond and cashew land. Make sure you don't have a nut allergy. Ah, 99. Oh, wow, Jessica. It's getting late. You made me check the time. You have a beautiful night, sweetie. Thank you for coming by. I gotta start. I don't ever get your things when you go live. Do you still go live, Jessica? I don't get your no more before you leave. I don't get your things, the notification when you go live. Enough coconuts, almonds, and cashews in the world for the amount of product they're coming out with in the market, just saying. Ain't enough coconuts, almonds, and cashews. See, the problem is we eat stuff in excess. We eat, it's enough food for everybody, but people tend to get stuff and they know, like some people they don't eat the same meal, like they don't eat leftovers. So now that's food that now gets wasted. Look how many people go to these restaurants. Look how many people leave a lot of food on the plate. Because there's too much food, now that get wasted. So now, especially if it's meat. So now this animal that you just cut up to serve as food, you just now Oh, okay. I haven't been going live. I'm gonna check your premiere out though. You'll see me because I write replay. I've been getting back to career topics. Hey, yeah, I might start live. Okay, Jess. Okay, baby. Yeah, but so now we done took this animal, this cow or whatever, and then we didn't even use the whole thing fully. We threw it in the garbage. This is meat. So this is a whole animal that we're throwing in the garbage because we're full. And we don't want to take it home. So now the stores and restaurants are now giving people smaller portions. But people don't want the smaller portion because it doesn't look right. They want to see a lot of food. But then they're not going to take it home and eat it later or eat it for the next day because some people do not like leftovers. So that's why it's a shortage of food. Because we keep throwing a lot of stuff in the garbage. Lisa, mostly water, great. I feel guilty after eating it. What is your channel, Jessica? Her channel is named after her, Jessica Hicks. Her channel is named after her. It's after her. We're not even going to get into water. That's another subject. We ain't even going to get into water. That's another whole entire subject.
Exactly what to do, you do it, but it's just like it's overcomplicated, and you've watched all the different videos about diet and training, and you get like burnt out. You're like, what is all this? I can't even go to a gym. I can't do this. I don't have that exercise. I can't do that one. I don't have that equipment and stuff. I'm going to make it easy for you. If you're just a young guy who's been overwhelmed at all the fitness advice and you're pretty much not doing anything at all I'd recommend is just start hitting a couple times a week. Just do 3 exercises, this simple ass workout: push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. Forget everything else. Push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. Push-ups you can do anywhere, and if you can't do like real push-ups, just get on your knees, do push-ups, do them nice and slow. Don't overthink it. Literally just hit some push-ups. In terms of pull-ups, a lot of guys will say, oh, but Hamza, 1, I can't do pull-ups, or 2, I don't have anywhere to do them. You don't have anywhere to do them. Now, probably you do. You just are refusing to go outside. Like if you live in a residential area, there usually is some kind of pull-ups that you can do within a mile that you could go like run to. Now, if you can't, literally just get your parents to just buy the doorway attachment. Like tell your dad that you want this. Tell your dad that you want to start like working out. I promise you right now that if you like show them this, if you show them the price of it, it's not going to be expensive. It's like a little doorway attachment that you can add, just like you can slot it under your door. Maybe you can ask him to get like a metal one to drill into your wall, and you really say to him like, I want to get big and strong. I promise you, even if you feel like they're not going to buy it, they would buy it for you. Like your parents would, your dad especially will absolutely fucking love it if his son said like he wants effective to make you look more confident and more strong and more like disciplined. So practicing. 2, your life is boring, and 3, you're probably kind of ugly. It's just how it is. You're probably not ugly. Like there's people who are like ugly.
Oh, stop that. Ugly. Oh, stop it. You done lost some weight and stuff and want to show
like
stuff.
a 3 or a 4 out. You're probably like a 3 out of 10. And so the truth is that you don't bring anything to the table in terms of friendship apart from awkwardness. You're not going to be the one who invites them to the party, are you? Be honest. You're not the one hosting the parties. You're not the one hosting like the social get together because you don't have the confidence for that. You're a leech, and this is why you struggle to make friends, is because you are leeching value from other people. Now, everything I'm saying is harsh, and all the pussies have already clicked away because they like young people can't take any criticism. If you're still watching this and you're still thinking like, yeah, this guy sounds like a little bit of a dick, but he's probably right, then you've got my respect, because you need to think right now, I am a leech. How do I stop being a leech? How do I be the one who actually gives, not takes, gives the value to this group? I'm telling you that when you think like that, you start to become the popular person. So there's 3 things that you can do to bring more value to the table and to make more friends. And the first one, the most important, which we can say is like step 0 of making friends, is to improve your social skills. So you need to level up your social skills. And the way that you do this, you got to learn them first. You've got to read the books. There's no shortcut around it. You have to read the social skills books that I'm going to recommend in a second. Read them
and go out and purposely practice what you've just learned on your friends, on your teachers, on your classmates. And the one book that I'd highly recommend that you start with is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is like a legendary book. The amount of people that will recommend this book to you in the next few years is fucking insane. Remember what I just said, because it's going to happen, okay? In the next few years, this book is going to get recommended to you about 20 times. Now, you can read the book and you can go and buy it from Amazon. I'm not going to link it below, and just go buy it from Amazon. Or what I will do is I will link my Skillshare class of this book. So what I did was, this book has 30 principles, and I made a class, like a video lecture of all 30 principles, reading it out to you, and then saying, okay, like this is how I would do it. This is what you should do. Here's practical advice and everything. I'll link that below, and you can watch it on Skillshare. With they've got like a free trial, so you can maybe like go steal your parents' credit card. The second thing you can do to make more friends is attractiveness. And you can see here, in a weird way, you can be kind of chubby, but you just can't be skinny fat. It's like the worst body to be, like, by far. If you could be slim and lean and toned, you'd be doing well. Now, if you could be bulky, if you could like look like an athlete, you'd be doing very, you know for a fact, like the athletes in your school fucking do well in the social circle. And so that's what we want you to imitate. We want you to get into fitness. We want you to get into sports. We want you to get into the gym, into bodybuilding, into bodyweight workouts, just the push-up, pull-up, squats, workouts, whatever it is. Just start training consistently every single week, like a couple times per week. And another part of attractiveness is your smell, your scent. Don't stink. Don't smell of curry, bro. My scent is like curry. And when the white guys would tell me that I'd smelled like curry, I thought they were just being racist. But like I realized now, like they actually weren't. Like I literally, like I sweat. My sweat smells like fucking fried chicken. Like my school bag especially used to smell like my home cooking. And that's normal. Your clothes are going to smell like what your house smells like, and your house is going to smell like what's cooking in the kitchen. And so if you're Asian, or if you're any kind of like ethnic group, but the thing is, that stuff has a way bigger stench than a lot of other like normal foods in like the Western world, which means that your clothes, even your skin and your sweat will literally smell of food that you've been eating. And I know that we can embrace our culture, and we absolutely should do. But the thing is, it's not like a pleasant smell. And so this is where two things you need: deodorant. So deodorant is literally like, what you're using like when you're doing sports. Very decent amount of that. And then you can get into aftershaves. Now that's something that I don't personally do. I potentially like would start, because I've heard good things about investing into like aftershaves. Now you probably already have done it. This is something that your father should teach you. So if I was you, I'd literally just go straight up to him and just ask him like for advice on it. Even if in your mind you think that, he'll be a bit of a dickhead, he'll say like, why, whatever. Most fathers are pussies, but they also have this thing click inside of them which says like, oh, like, yeah, this is something I should have taught my child. Come on, son, let me show you, like in my bathroom, you've got this spray and this one and this one and this one. And you can at least try it. And if not, honestly, what I do is I just literally just go onto Amazon, search for like aftershave, after spray, and then just like choose one of them and just like hope it kind of smells nice. And finally, if you want to make a good amount of friends, there's one thing that you have to do, but you're probably not going to do because you're a bit of a pussy. You have to be the initiator. The initiator is the person who invites other people to do cool stuff. The reason why you're lonely, the reason why you feel like you don't have any friends, don't be a little bitch and just be honest. You would love it if a cool guy came up to you and invited you to do something fun. Of course you would, right? We all would. That's what you're waiting for, to make more friends. That's essentially what's in your mind. Like your mind believes that's the way to make friends, is essentially someone coming up to you and inviting you to do something fun because you're a little bitch. Imagine if you...
If he's making people send him his money, then I have a problem with him. If he's not, I don't got a problem with him. He hasn't said anything that's like outlandish. So, So I don't know. So let me just see something. Well, we're gonna do some more videos too, probably on the other channel. Maybe this one, because it really doesn't matter, about food and stuff like that. We're gonna definitely, start exploring, different things. We have to start exploring. And you know what's crazy? It's like boss lady.
Yeah.
You go like look at the nature, but it's like all the older people got pushed out for all the new people. And that's crazy. And when you look at the algorithms and stuff like that, you don't see none of the older people. All you see is new people, new people, new people, new people, new people. And then especially the ones that's already big.
Yeah, it's a lot of them not speaking up.
And I'm talking about all the new people who is all of a sudden jumped on the bandwagon.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
Which they have the right to do. Nature does not belong to us. He does not belong to us. But their commentary would not be a full commentary because a lot of the videos are missing. You have to have been doing it for a while to really know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what went on? What went on?
It's still going on.
I'm talking about his past stuff that they won't know because a lot of people who was doing it like I was saying, who was doing it before, their videos are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Their videos are gone.
Yep, that cheating going on Bigo. I said you cheating going on Bigo?
No, that's just it in the background. I didn't even touch Bigo. It's crazy. I haven't even looked at it. And now she has a beautiful son. They keep saying that Solar betrayed Nature Boy. What you think about all of this?
Yeah. Nature Boy said he would.
I just don't believe them.
They had an argument. And when they went on live, Nature Boy was still talking about it, and he's telling him, he gonna betray me one day.
I don't believe none of these people. I don't believe them. I don't believe them because as long as you still pushing that 3, I still think they're all down together.
Yeah, because the first thing he said was, "I'm still doing my thing. We just in different places."
It's so much trickery, and then that'd be good. That's a good way to get money too. That's a good way to get money too, boss lady. Oh, I'm not down with him no more. But did you hear him this video? He was like, and if anybody in town, I need my hair done. Like, come on here and do my hair for free.
Oh, really?
I ain't gonna pay to get it done.
I just happened to stay up like 3 or 4 o'clock this morning and got caught up looking at those begging videos that Velvet put up. I was looking at those begging videos that Velvet put up. She begged so smooth, it ain't even funny.
Oh, man, listen. Did you see her new man?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see he threw up that goddamn 3?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't miss that.
If somebody else had it, I would show it.
He's standing right behind her doing that.
Yes, ma'am. And if somebody else had it, I would show it. If somebody else had it, I would show it.
Put on.
So I have to start getting in bed early so I can't keep y'all up because my schedule getting ready to change for a little bit. So that's why I started really late today because but I'm gonna hit y'all with what's in the weed. Yeah, it's a distraction. Velvet needs to rest her sardines. I would check it out. At least you knew the title of the video. That baby girl is hunting his tail. Everything is strawberry pink. He's from another planet. Okay. I should have just did this yesterday and put what's in the weed. I might do that tomorrow. I ain't doing that today. I'm gonna do it. What's in the weed? What's in the weed? We ain't doing that today. Because I want to know what him and Pharaoh smoking so we can stay far away from it.
Yeah, I don't
we
that's the
can
wrong
stay.
thought.
Cause they be going on trips and shit in their head.
I fucking love everything I'm saying is real. I'm being honest with you on.
But I will leave y'all with this distraction.
My daughter life. Everything I'm saying to you right now is on my daughter life, and I swear to God I'm not lying to you. I put that on everything that I fucking love. Everything I'm saying is real. I don't have to lie. You don't have to believe what the he said, she said. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't carry no diseases. I'm disease free on my daughter's life. I ain't got no diseases. Don't ever believe anything nobody tell you, nigga. Them niggas is trying to fucking make you not come to me. You can believe whatever you wanna believe, but I'm telling you in my own fucking mouth. You're in from the horse's mouth. I ain't got no disease. I took an HIV test live for these motherfuckers, and they still saying that I got fucking diseases because they just hating on me. You feel me? But the truth is, on everything Allah on everything I fucking love, I don't got a disease, nothing. I'm fucking healthy. You see, I'm healthy, nigga. You feel me? If you see me in real life, you'll know, like, man, this nigga. Yeah, you feel me? I think
Nah, we all know
healthy
nothing.
nigga, and I got a big dick. Again, I repeat, I got a nice romantic, and I'm a smooth nigga. I'm from Harlem. I got Harlem nigga game. I got Jersey nigga game. I got fucking Philly nigga game. I'm an up north nigga. I'm hella smart. I'm the Messiah, and it just is what it is. And I'm protect mine. You call me again. What's up, love? Hey, niggas don't know our history. Nana was here, but I told Nana publicly. So I'm in love with Malia, my nigga. I ain't letting her go. That's what the whole riffraff was about. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been like that.
You wasn't
She
on
always
here
wanted you to herself, and it was always a little conflict when other women came along, especially if women got close to her like you.
When you came along.
When I came along.
Yeah. And then she knew I like that.
Houston.
You know, I like Louisiana women.
Yeah,
y'all hot and
yes,
spicy. I like the way y'all talk. I like the accent. You know, I like Louisiana women. They always get to my heart.
You get a lot.
Louisiana women come to me, but guess what? It's only a couple that steal my heart. Bro, y'all always steal my heart. Ain't nothing. Ain't no woman ever make an impact on my life, on my spiritual journey. Velvet and you.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Tell them I brainwashed you.
That's deep. Oh yeah,
I brainwashed you. You brainwashed you.
I'm teaching the knowledge. I brainwashed myself with knowledge itself.
Now hold on. Her own self. I reprogrammed her with the knowledge. She wiped the brain. I reprogrammed it. Y'all niggas got life fucked up, nigga. Don't ever believe anything nobody tell you, my nigga. Them niggas is trying to fucking make you not come to me. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but I'm telling you in my own fucking mouth. You're in from the horse's mouth. I ain't got no disease. I took an HIV test live for these motherfuckers, and still saying that I got fucking diseases because they just hating on me. You feel me? But the truth is, on everything Allah on everything I fucking love, I don't got a disease, nothing. I'm fucking healthy. You see, I'm healthy.
On
nigga.
2 of his
You feel me? If
videos.
you see me in real life, you'll
2
know
of
that.
his videos, Panamanian Princess.
Yeah, you feel me?
I got the
think healthy.
original
I'm a
one when
healthy
he was
nigga, and I
drunk,
got a big
baby.
dick. Again,
I got them both.
repeat, I got a nice size dick, I'm romantic, and I'm a smooth nigga. I'm from Harlem. I got Harlem nigga game. I got Jersey nigga game. I got fucking Philly nigga game. I'm an up north nigga. I'm hella smart. I'm the Messiah.
Hey, we missed you too.
And it just is what it is, and I'm protect mine. So they could do whatever they want with that. Police is able. I'm not breaking no laws. Like I said, if police want to come through and check, I'm not trying to fight any police or resist any of the law forces of the United States of America. If they want to come in, I'm not resisting. At the end of the day, you can come in my house, you can check everything, make sure everything is what it is. It's dressed right, dressed. I would never come into your jurisdiction as a man and disrespect your laws. At the end of the day, everything that I have is legal. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I have my paperwork, I have my lawyer. I have a lawyer that you can talk to. And I'm straight with my shit. I make sure my shit is dressed right, dressed before I do it. What I'm not gonna do is allow somebody to come on my property and disrespect me or harm kids and the woman here on this property. You're not gonna come on here and disrespect me. You're not gonna come here and disrespect none of the men. You're not gonna just walk up here and think you're gonna just do whatever you want because I'm a public figure. I have to protect myself. So, you know, I thought to myself to hire security guards, but then I was like, why would I hire security guards? I just get my own shit. So I just got my own shit. I got 2 guards on 24-hour, you know, surveillance. You know what I'm saying? And it's safe here. It's beautiful. If you want to come to Puerto Rico and you want to have a beautiful time and you want to chill with Chief and you want to learn shit, let me know. A lot of women hate me because they want to fuck me, but I won't fuck them. There's too many women that want me, and they know there's too many women, so they just start hating on me. It's a lot of women that want me. They don't have self-confidence. They got low self-esteem, so they just hate me instead of just knowing in their heart that they can have me. But if any indication that they could ever have me, like Velvet wants me to herself, but she can't have me to herself. The truth about the matter is she wants me to herself, but I don't want to be with one woman. I want to be with multiple women. I want to have my queen, and I want to have my wives. So that's just how I give it up. That's who I am. If you don't like that,
This is a laughable
leave me
joke.
alone. Go find a nigga that you can be with. But don't hate on me all day and every day. But even if you hate on me, I'm going to continue to rise. I'm going to continue to do my thing. I told him from the start, I'm polygamous. I don't want to be monogamous. Go find a nigga that you can find that could be monogamous. You feel me? And it just is what it is. I'm a silverback. It's just that I just want to talk to beautiful women, mentally beautiful women, intellectually beautiful women. You know, if you know you're intellectual, I like that. That's a plus. Yeah, I'm live. She like to be naked. She like to be naked when I'm live. She like to be naked.
I like that. I like that.
Clothes on. You don't like having
I like that.
live. She like to be naked.
Hey, I feel you. I like to be naked.
Baba GB, I'm sorry. Baba be trying.
Hey, Jazz.
I'm honest.
I be calling her
Hey,
like
baby.
she's
How you
naked and
doing,
fuck cooking.
sweetie?
And I'm like, what you doing? I'm cooking. I'm like, what happened? I was just watching the live, nigga. You got me turned on.
Oh my god.
And Aries though.
I feel you, Malia. Look at naked, huh?
He was like, look at you, all comfortable.
She like, it's all good, I'm cooking. It doesn't matter how you look, it really matters how you think. That's what makes you look better. So if you're an intellectual woman, call in and come talk to me. I don't want Velvet. Y'all can have Velvet. Velvet is young. You feel what I'm saying? And she's a little girl. She needs to mature. And then she can see that she had a real man. She had one of the best men out there. I'm not going to sit here and talk about her all day like she talk about me. I just tell you a little sign is that she's immature. One day she's going to realize she had one of the realest niggas that ever walked this planet, and she's going to feel sorry for that. And y'all niggas is going to be a part of the reason why she feels sorry that she did that. And y'all sitting there telling her some shit that's wrong. You're not going to hold her responsible for her own actions. And that's that. I'm just going to leave it at that. What a beautiful woman that call in. Come talk to my face. Tell me how much you love me. Tell me how much you want to be with me. Tell me that the black man is God. And then, you know, it's hard to find that these days because these women want to be disrespectful.
Hey, TT is a meth head. TT the meth head.
Hey. So how you know TT do meth, Mom?
You see her mouth? Look at her.
Oh, you don't know her. You don't know her. If you don't know her, you can't talk like that, Mom. You don't know her.
She's on meth, crack, cocaine, dope, all of
Come on, you hating on her though, Gator? Gator, you really hating on her. You don't even know her, yo. Yo, Gator, you flip the hater, my nigga. You gotta slim down. You gotta back. You hating on somebody you don't even know. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wow,
Negative energy. Don't worry about it, love. I know TT personally.
Hello.
Show your face, love. Show your
So
face.
TT the guy said she know where you put Zoka's baby.
Okay, listen. This is what I want you to know.
So what did you do with Zoka's baby? What you gonna tell the police then?
The police can always do records. You know what the police gonna do?
What you gonna tell the police about all them SBA loans?
Hold up. As far as the FDA loans, you're gonna have to get somebody that says that I did fraud on their name. The SBA loans will work like this. I talked to my lawyer. My lawyer told me that the only way that y'all got anything on that case is if somebody says I opened up a loan in their name. If you can't get, listen, I'm trying to tell you the law. I'm trying to tell you the law. Don't talk when I'm talking. 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 You look, you in the dark. You was a whole clown because you was in the dark. You couldn't even show your face. Number one, with the baby. All it takes was the police to come out here. We take them to the hospital. You see the hospital records. It was a miscarriage. That shit is in the hospital records. That's easy. Done. Y'all niggas keep saying lies and making it true. Just because you repeat a lie doesn't make it the truth, stupid. The police here could do easily research and realize the baby was at the hospital. That there was a miscarriage with the baby and the hospital had the baby, stupid. So just so you know, the hospital is in San Juan. They have the hospital records of when she was in the hospital. So y'all niggas not knowing what the fuck going on and just talking because y'all want to know what's going on, y'all gonna incriminate yourself. So they're gonna ask you what your name is if you somebody reporting that shit. If you don't give your name, they're not gonna take it serious. This is just law 101. Y'all can continue to talk all you want. If you're not gonna give a real name, so who's talking and come out here and really make a report is nothing. If you don't come down here, give an ID, show your name, and say this is what's happening, then show evidence that it's happening. It's nothing but he said, she said. It's nothing gonna happen. The only reason why I got locked up in Hawaii is because I broke quarantine law. They said they ain't worried about nothing else people saying online. This is why y'all not gonna go far, because it's he said, she said. Just letting y'all know now. If you're not gonna come down here and put yourself in jeopardy as far as the police knowing that you were trolling, because when everything falls out to not be true, they need to know who's wasting their time. So at the end of the day, if you're not gonna come put your name on a piece of paper and say I'm pressing charges or do anything like that or bringing up a case, then at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter what you say, my nigga. It's just that he said, she said. People that angry online, they're not gonna take you serious. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. This is what my lawyer said. Period. As far as the FDA loans, if I haven't opened up, you can't prove that I opened up a loan in somebody else's name that is fraud and that person reported. That means you have to know the person that I did fraud on, and they have to call in and say this is connected to this person, and then you have to prove that I did fraud from that person, and then you have a case. Up until then, everything you're saying is just a whole bunch of blase blah. This is for everybody online listening, so that you know the law by itself, they have nothing at all. It's just a he said, she said, I don't like this man. Look at my fucking teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is white. Ah, bitches, I got my teeth clean today. Puerto Rico love. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit you talking about. It's blah, blah, blah. That's why ain't nothing gonna come through. Stop wasting your time with these haters. Come fuck with me. We winning. We getting the money. We getting all the shit that they ain't getting. Fuck with us. Don't fuck with these people. We lawyered up. We ain't nothing gonna happen to me. You can come over here. It's safe and sound. Okay? They gonna realize one day, they gonna say, damn, we can't beat them, so we might as well join them. They wanna be like me anyway. Okay? I'm the real deal. I'm the one they want to be like. So listen to me, okay? Don't listen to them, listen to me. Okay, you listen to them long enough. Switch up on these niggas. So maybe this nigga's right. Maybe we should just go fuck with this nigga because what y'all saying ain't right. And ain't nothing gonna happen to this nigga. Y'all done got this nigga locked up before. Look at my teeth. Ah!
Yeah.
Hey man, we winning!
We are winning, bro.
Black man on top. Ah! Yeah, I stay in the Airbnb, and that bitch like $4,000 a month. How you could afford that? Damn. Ask him how much the Airbnb is a month, and you say how he affording that? That nigga getting that guap. So at the end of the day, you gotta fuck with the nigga that they talking about. Don't fuck with the nigga that's talking about the nigga that they talking about. You feel me? Feel me?
Yeah.
And look, all y'all pretty women that want to suck a big fat black man dick, if you want to be with a real black man, fuck with me. I got you. Because you ain't had sex with a man until you had sex with a black man, a dark-skinned man. You could try to get me locked up because you fucking snitching and trying to find out, yo, you pocket watching. That shit is weird. Pocket watching. You know what I'm saying? Hating on a nigga. You hear about this all in the rap music. Come on, man. Stop hating on me, man. Baby mama pillow talking, she mad. She mad because I'm winning. You feel what I'm saying? I'm getting all these bitches. I'm still getting more women. More women coming through. More queens is coming through. I'm going to win in the end. And I'm still going to have all of my baby mothers.
Yep, you winning, all right.
I'm still going to have all my baby mothers. Watch.
Yeah, okay.
All my baby mothers going to come to me. Watch. I'm going to be a king. I'm going to have every one of my baby mothers. Watch. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
Mark
you
my
guarantee
fucking words. Every one of my baby mothers, I'm going to have them all at the same time. But all.
Yeah. I wonder how you going to make that happen. Now, he's a silverback. I can't keep up with all his titles. The authorities in the IRS didn't catch him on all his money scams yet. He always begging. I stepped out there from 2 minutes in this. What I can't. Well, we almost finished. Because I have to start. I can't be up all night with you guys because I have to get my body back trained to my schedule. So I have to get my body back trained to my schedule and start getting my energy and stuff back. Because since the operation, I ain't never been the same. I have not been the same, boss lady. But it's like 2 minutes left of this. Nature Nut. How did he swing from the tropics to this dirty mouth baseball cap wearing loud ninja? Girl. I would really love. I gotta ask this guy. Can I use his because I want to compare his story. And I want to compare his story to Nature Boy's story. And you're going to see why I say a lot of stuff Nature Boy said is just inconsistent. Inconsistent as far as him growing up. And it's an actor. I'm not getting into which actor it is, but he been through some shizness. He been through some shizness. He been through some shit. Yep, they need to investigate all these things. Yes, ma'am. Damn, I be drinking this juice so fast, knowing that I should not be drinking my water, but it's the vita water and the flavored water. Because knowing that I got to go to bed, you don't have to keep getting up to go to the damn bathroom. But no, that don't be telling me to stop drinking so much. I'm not cool with y'all no more. Well, we're going to finish with this. Then I'll let you go. And then tomorrow I may be on early. I don't know. I may be on my other page. I have to come on my other page. On this page, I don't know. And then I got a video I have to throw over there on Tony's channel. I have to throw one over there. But as time is ticking, I came on late, and we doing good. We doing good. Time wise, we are doing good. But after my schedule is over, it's back to the 8 hours later, 10 hours later.
For my kids in the end. This is all a test to test my will. I'm not gonna fold. I'm a chief. I'm a king. I'm in this for the. I'm in this
Your
to the
ass
end.
folded.
You heard? I'm in this to the end, and I'm getting goals on my bottom. You feel me? But she got energy. You see me and Malia energy with that. You know, you belong to me song. You feel me? Oh, they forgot. They forgot about. They left. They thought they forgot about the same shit. And that's damn niggas know our vibes, nigga. Niggas know how we give it up.
Oh, that's all I need is a copyright strike now.
Yeah, we infested.
That's all I need right now is a copyright strike. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. My little friend. Let me just check something. Guys, don't forget to check out my American Indian video on Sugar Babes. Go check out the video. If you're into history and stuff like that, go check the video. I think it's very informative. I wish all of you guys was there when I did it, but please check it out because I would really, really want to hear your your thoughts on that. I would really like to hear your thoughts on that. I really would like to hear your thoughts on that because we got to do more talking. We gotta have it be like really broad. Really broad. Just give me 1 second. Cause maybe I could show y'all her new boyfriend before I go to bed. Or maybe it's on Instagram. I should have checked Instagram. Hold on. Yo, it's barely none of the new people. Just the old people. I mean, just new people. That's crazy. Oh, let me go check Instagram. What's her name? Velvet Gabriella? Let me see what his ass is up to. What he up to? Who is that, Solar? You fool.
Yeah. I usually go in there and I run a mile, and then I just go ahead and get into everything.
He ain't up to nothing. Okay, let's see this. Let's see if her new boo is on here. Let's see. Because God's been good. She said, God has been good. God dang it. Oh, she got a page for all the kids, right? She gonna make that money. She got one for all the babies. That's crazy. That is oh, that's the new man. Oh no, that's Uncle Larry. I don't know. she making that. She making her change. I ain't mad at you, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry. That girl looks just like her mother. Wow. 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 Well, LB, how many channels you got, girl? That's your dream house. Now you just got an apartment, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your people will pay for it. Your people gonna pay for it. Let's see what's going on here. That's yeah. Let me see what she got going on. Let me see what she got going on. No, that's not it. That's not it. How did he swing from the... I'm trying to find the one with her man. Maybe I'll find it for tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I have to go rest up. I can't keep you guys up all late. I'm already late. But I see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be on a little bit early for my early people, a little bit late for my late people. And then whoever misses whichever video, catch the replay. But I am out of here. Boss lady! Boss lady! And your boss lady name is so long. Look, she don't even hear me. She don't even hear me. I am your boss lady. All right, guys. Nighty night. Oh, hold up, guys. Let me just... Father's Day is Sunday, right? Father's Day is Sunday. And if you guys would like to purchase any last minute stuff, check out Miss Leo. Check out. Let's check out. She done made some new stuff. Let's see what she got before we go. And if you guys here do not have Miss Ride or Die, we're trying to get her to 3,000 subscribers. If you don't have her, Miss Ride, drop your Oh wow, this is nice. Remember, you could put your logo, your picture, your face on here, right? Oh, if you got a baby that's graduating, you want them on a shirt, she got you. You don't see, but in them letters, in them numbers, them are pictures. Them are pictures that's inside of there. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Them are pictures. Don't forget, Father's Day is Sunday. Look at that. Number one, dad, if he's an angel, is graduation. Remember, it's Father's Day and, well, graduation time for the people on the East Coast. And for the people on the West Coast or down south, they should have graduated already. But if you're on the East Coast, your kids are now graduating. It's still school for them. We got the super dad. Now, something I wanted to see on her page because I'm not seeing it here. All right, we're going to go through the page. We're going to open up the page. Okay. Here we go. So she got some new stuff here. Please feel free to want to place an order. She has some other stuff here. Maybe I didn't see it. But get your dad a t-shirt. Get your dad a cup. Get him a cup. Get him a trinket. Like if you like his daughter, get you get him a chain with your picture. Get him a chain with your picture. Do it whichever way you guys want to do it. What did I do? Damn it. I know I was touching something. Here we go. So don't forget to, these are socks. We're going to go into what each is, but I just want y'all to know, you get 10% off for Father's Day. You will get 10% off for Father's Day. And if you do purchase something from her, you're probably saying, no. The part that you're forgetting is that you're going to tell her what you want, and she will make it and design it. So you're not going to see what you want on here because you haven't designed what you wanted yet. You have not designed what you wanted. Then we got a little dog. Get that dog. But she got a plethora of stuff. So don't forget to hit the link. If you want to get something, hit the link. Hit the link, and see what she has. See what you have in mind. Kids are graduating. You may want to go to the graduation with her nice little picture on a shirt, with her cap and gown. You know, it's a lot of things, a lot of different things that you could do. All right, now I'm leaving y'all for real. I'm going to bed for real. I don't said later the boss lady heard me. But I'm out of here. I see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.